Welcome to Crit Starters, where the dice roll high and every decision could lead to legendary triumph or epic failure. Join our cast as we weave tales of adventure, intrigue, and unimaginable wonder through 6 thrilling one-shots. Each one-shot is a unique story unto itself, with a tapestry of diverse characters, treacherous challenges, and hidden mysteries waiting to be unraveled. From ancient ruins shrouded in mist to bustling cities teeming with secrets, our heroes will face the unknown and forge their own destinies. Today, I, Gabby, your host and main dungeon master, have some of my brilliant friends joining me at the table. My dear friend and co-producer Jay, and some of our other incredibly talented friends. But Crit Starters isn't just about those of us sitting at the table. It's about you, the Crit Crew, becoming a part of the adventure. After the dust settles and the final dice are rolled, the power will be in your hands. All of our one-shots will tie into one epic mini-campaign where you will decide which of our valiant heroes from each of our tables will join us for the final leg of our first journey together, where their story will continue and the stakes will be raised even higher. Prepare to be captivated by a world where... So, grab your lucky dice, settle in, and imagination reigns supreme, and the only limit is your own courage. Now, with all that being said, join us at the table, and let's get Crit started.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Crit. Are we recording? We are recording.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Bloopers. Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. They don't know we're recording in the morning.
They don't know what time it is.
Tomorrow, Crit Starters.
Good morning. Good day, good evening. Good day, and good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Welcome back, weary travelers, to Crit Starters. I'm your DM of the week, Jay, and today we have a very exciting episode. We have some new players, some returning players, and more importantly, a bunch of peril awaiting us. Mwahahahahaha.
No one told me there'd be peril.
Yeah.
There's always peril when Jay's involved.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
I fear.
Here's the thing. We pretend there's always peril, and I plan for there to always be peril. But who knows? Your group may be like my last group, which heckled my big bad until they literally couldn't deal. And they literally died from, became extremely damaged just from being heckled. And none of them were bards, so I don't know how vicious mockery became a thing, but they were viciously mocked until they were done. So,
Oh, so good.
Don't take any of them to a sports game.
No, never. Or to a show.
We're all Philly fans, so...
Oh gosh.
They're not allowed to participate in La Festa di Artisti.
No one likes us, we don't care.
Anyway, before we get started, I want to quickly introduce our players. Players, tell me your name. Tell me your pronouns. Let me know a little bit about either your history with D&D or what your thoughts were going in today. And fun fact of the day is that we record these usually now in the morning. So your question of the day will be, what is your breakfast of champions? Breakfast is the most important meal, and our characters oftentimes are going up against the odds. So what would their breakfast of champions or your breakfast of champions be? Who would like to start?
I mean, hey, I'm new. I'll kick it off.
I'm throwing it to Evan.
Great. So yeah, hi, my name is Evan, he, they pronouns. I have played D&D since I want to say my sophomore year of high school when I got introduced to 3.5 edition around the lunch table, where I played the most pretentious wizard ever, and I have gotten better at making characters since. I just finished up DMing a 3-year campaign of Icewind Dale, and if you wonder how I made it last that long, it's because they did everything. And then some. As for my breakfast of champions, what I had this morning and what I will constantly say is pretty solid is a rice bowl with some nice soft scrambled eggs, bacon, and a spicy mayo. Because it is filling, it's hearty, and if you have scallions, like a little green in there, mwah. Beautiful.
Amazing.
I love that. Honestly, I'm eating like a whole bowl of leftover pastina that I added additional like
I love pastina.
I love pastina.
I
Like-
used to bowls of it were like full of with mustard cheese.
oh.
Sting.
So I feel very akin with like your rice bowl, my pastina.
Mhm.
We gotta carbo load a little bit. In the
You gotta
morning
get the grains.
with plenty of protein. Absolutely, because we're fighters, you know. We're warriors. We're travelers. Who's next?
I can go next.
Go ahead, Marissa.
Yeah, my name is Marissa. I use she, they pronouns. I have played D&D on and off sporadically since my senior year of high school, but a campaign would never last past like a month, and it was so disappointing. Then I was in a play directed by my good friend Jay called She Kills Monsters, which was about D&D, and it, reignited that passion. And now I've been playing a druid for almost a year. Next week it'll be a year since I've been in my Discord campaign. Shout out to the Sapphics. Love you guys.
Now, Marissa, correct me if I'm wrong. You had a one-shot campaign set in a fictional town that kind of conjures the idea of woohoo, correct?
Is that a Sims reference?
No, you can say DuckTales. You can say
it's-
DuckTales.
Oh, I thought you meant woo as in the.
I like to make things interesting for our listeners, so I wanted to see if they could follow the crumbs I was leaving.
So I have a friend who really likes DuckTales, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a little campaign, a little one shot about like that takes place like in Duckburg, but that was before I knew all the mechanics of D&D, so I call it bullshit D&D, where it's just give me a character, we'll roll the dice, see if they succeed at whatever. It's very, very watered down D&D, but now I have a better understanding of it, and I'm gonna be running my first campaign soon, and I'm so nervous. But yeah.
Guys,
Real
you're gonna be so good.
Thank you.
You're so good.
Gabby's taught me pretty much everything I know, so,
It's your breakfast of champions, Marissa.
Oh, one time I had a bag of hot Cheetos for breakfast.
Nice.
That was breakfast.
Amazing.
I honestly,
Love that.
I would get the fire lit. I feel that.
Very fitting for my character, but
And then
you know.
I feel like there's somebody else. Somebody that's never been on the show before. Has no
No,
idea.
I don't think so. I think we covered everybody.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You silly goose.
No, we can keep going.
Abby.
Jay.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I am the co-producer and, more importantly, the entire, mind behind Crit Starters.
You sound just like me.
No, my interpretation of Gabby right there is me also trying to do Lumena Bluethorn. It is shit.
So
Lumena has an accent. What do you mean?
I'm saying I to impersonating you is to me trying to do Lumena.
Oh.
Both were
Okay.
horrible renditions. Gabby, give me your breakfast as champion.
We just got so inside baseball. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm just here, man. I'm here for the ride.
go for the ride.
So yeah, I'm Gabby. I'm the kind of main producer of the show, lore master, main dungeon master, all that fun stuff. So ideally, my breakfast of champions would be literally anything. Usually my breakfast of champions is just good intentions for the day and a wish.
That's
running on a teacher schedule. You got time
Does
for
it help to know that I am a teacher? I teach middle school
It very much does.
at a public school.
Oh my God.
in the
Literally
city.
braver than the fucking Marines, literally.
the dream is a
I'm
wish.
too Jewish to have
I-
just done that, but
Personally,
Yeah, shout out to all of my students who have found my socials.
shout
Cough,
out
cough,
to your students who
Terrell.
love this podcast.
Terrell, would you mind rolling a a perception check to see if
Oh
you
my
can
God.
tell, if we can tell that you're here. Or feel free to roll a deception check to tell us that we don't think you're here.
Mm.
Ooh.
Terrell,
Yeah, I'll check in with him about it when this gets
check
posted.
it. Good to know.
I'll ask.
Beautiful. Well, without further ado, are we ready to get this episode started?
I think so.
Ready as
Let's
ever?
do it.
Okay, so let me set the scene, y'all. So we are back in the beautiful city of Aramend. Aramend is kind of like Sicily, but fantasy. And it has multiple different districts, but today we are starting in the docks of Aramend. Woo! Absolutely. It is daybreak here at the port district of Aramend, and it is still just finishing up. Probably yesterday was the final day of La Festa de l'Artisti. La Festa de l'Artisti.
No, you had it.
Oh, yay, okay.
Festa
You know I make a face whenever you get it wrong, so
I
don't
wasn't even looking at
second-guess
you,
yourself.
I'm looking at my guide.
That's so fair, so valid.
La Festa de l'Artisti is a artist festival or a dreamers festival that happens over the span of a week. And last night it has concluded with the Duke and Duchess's incredible masquerade ball. Anyway, so it's daybreak, and down on the docks, 3 individuals are starting to roam. They are either getting off of leisure ships or merchant ships, or just coming to look at wares, or even try to get onto a ship for safe passage. Some of these individuals are fae, some of these individuals are human, and some look like our 3 players today. We first turn over and see a monk, a human monk, looking out into the horizon of the docks, looking at all these ships and people hustling and bustling about. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I'm Ira. I am a human monk. I was born during a snowstorm on top of a mountain. The house where my mother was giving birth to me was struck by lightning, but both she and I were unaffected. The local monastery thought that it was some sort of completion of a prophecy, that it was a sign that I had great potential for power. So they took me in and have been training me, and now I am out in the world trying to find my purpose, the balance between stillness and motion, between patience and precision, and where I fit in the balance of the world.
Thank you, Ira. Ira, what brings you to the docks today?
That's a great question. I'm kind of just taking the day to explore all aspects of the city. There isn't like any sort of monastery or temple that falls in line with the path that I was raised to follow. So I'm kind of just exploring the city, seeing what's here, what potential may lie, before I move on to the next area.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ira. A few paces over, the air is starting to crackle with frenzied warmth as a fire genasi looks out to the crowd as well. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I guess. I mean, I'm Hestia, a Quickness. I'm a Fire Genasi barbarian. And my story is that all my life I've had nightmares of my parents murdering me on my 18th birthday. And sure enough, that ended up being exactly their plan all along. And when I found out, I mean, the flames on my head went from red and orange to blue and white just out of the sheer anger and hatred that I felt. I mean, this is exactly what I should have expected from my parents. They did abandon my younger sister by the ocean a few years ago. So that should have been my first sign to leave. Now I'm just here trying to get as far away from them as possible, and I've somehow ended up in Outer Mend. And I heard that there was a masquerade ball yesterday. I wonder if there are any leftover masks on the ground, so that if I feel the need to hide my face, I can do so.
Beautiful. What brings you to the docks today?
To the docks? Well, I think boats equal travel, and travel means going off to faraway lands where no one can possibly find me who wants to hurt me.
Beautiful. Thank you, Hestia.
Yeah.
And last but not least, actually standing on the brick and mortar dam wall that's kind of gating off the main part of the city from the docks and staring out into the crowd, or more so staring down, is a ranger. A bugbear ranger. Yes?
No, I didn't say anything.
It's a bugbear ranger surveying the crowd and, more importantly, the environment at hand. Garn, would you like to introduce yourself?
My pleasure. My name is Garen Stees. I am a bugbear. I am a ranger. I am a gloomstalker ranger specifically. And I am coming here specifically because there was a whole masquerade ball last night. And if you don't remember, there are quite a few people at masquerade balls who have quite a few too much money that definitely, and I mean definitely, do not need it nor deserve it. And so I was relieving some folks of their ill-gotten gains, redistributing them, as is my wont, and now I'm here sort of checking out the land, see if anybody is attempting to A, find me, and B, do anything untoward, especially with all these merchant ships coming in. I understand that some people are going to be haggling in a way that is not very kind. And so if I can see some of those activities, I will be doing so forthwith. Besides, I could possibly haggle something myself, get a little down, support small business, and maybe get my mom some nice silks.
I love this socialist woke bugbear.
I'm obsessed.
It's so good.
As we are all obsessed with Garen?
Garen.
Thank you, Garen. So we're all obsessed with Garen, who starts to make their way down onto the actual street level. You see another travel ship pulling up and multiple artists starting to board it as if they are leaving the city of Outer Mend to go back to their respective homes and cities and continents after performing during the festival. Meanwhile, about 3 paces down and about 4 ship locations down, there is a beautiful, beautiful boat that is almost sea glass in nature. It is pink sails and blue-green painted wood and a beautiful stern. And you notice it because it does not look like the other armada, merchant, or leisure ships in the docks, in the marina. In front of this ship is a Aarakocra sea captain whose name is Claudia the Parrot Talisman. As well as a young half-elf bohemian woman who's barefoot and calling out to the crowd like mad. We need help! If any worthy adventurers are around, we could really use some help over here. Anyone? Claudia, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. What is my motivation here? Your motivation, dearie, is for you to actually be an actress and get us a crowd. I know. I don't know how I feel, dearie. I can't deal with your attitude right now. You got to get it all together. If anybody is looking for 50 gold pieces, we have enough for everyone. We need a team. Anybody here?
I immediately walk up. Like, before they even mention the 50 gold, I'm like, it takes some pretty crazy people to just start shouting in public. Let's see.
I'm not the best improv, but I was hoping that I would say something that would get a couple of attention. Hi, hello there. I'm Twyla. And this is my friend Claudia. And Claudia just tries to do a smile the best way a parrot could, which is an open beak, and you can kind of see a little bit of the tongue. But other than that, there's no real indicator that they are smiling. And we're just looking for a band of people to come follow us on a little delivery errand. I don't know if you're interested, but it will be worth 50 gold pieces. And honestly, you'd be doing us and our friends a huge favor.
Hestia doesn't like all the attention that these girls are bringing in, but she looks at her little sack of gold, sighs, and goes up to them and says, hi, I heard you're looking for someone and you paying 50 gold. Maybe I could help.
Aren't you just the bee's knees? Yes, we're looking for some people to act as delivery people. We have an item that needs to be delivered from one part of the docks into the city of Airmand. Correct, right, Claudia? And Claudia just gives her a little bit of a dagger eyes, and she's like, "Yeah, that's what we do."
Garen is sort of like dispersed into the crowd at this point, and is sort of using it as cover to sort of ascertain, because this is very much looking to him kind of like a scam. And so he wants to see what information he can glean, whether that's from the ship, from like their tone, or just from like the people on the ship itself. Like, does this look? Is this sus? Is this something I should be concerned about?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, you, sir. Are you interested in the position?
Oh, me? I mean, I could be. Who's your benefactor?
The Bluethorn family. They're the Viscount and the Viscountess. They're up a little way into the city limits.
Do I know anything about these particular individuals, his family in general? This is something I would have.
How long has Garen?
I reckon that Garen has been through here a few times. I mean, if it's a pretty populated city with a lot of people in it, it's somewhere he likely would have hit at some point. And I feel like he would have a good understanding of the families that are, plying trade and helping with the economy.
You know what? In a weird way, give me a history check.
Sure. All right. Let's do the yellow one. Well, that's a 10.
Okay, so you have heard of the Bluethorns, but you've never personally interacted with them or anybody around them.
Got it. But
you have heard of them, so at least that's at least a yellow flag for you, if not.
Sure. Garen's thought process is, I don't know what the deal is, but I do know that I want to find out. If this is going to become a fact-finding mission for me. So Garen says, well, hey, well, color me interested, then.
Oh, wonderful. Claudia, can we all go and get on board? Oh, dearie, you can do whatever you want. Just get on board and we'll deal with it later.
Well, before I go anywhere,
Yes.
what it is exactly that you need delivered?
That is a good question.
And Twyla nervously looks at Claudia. My dear, that is a question that. Sorry. I am confusing Twyla's accent for Claudia's accent, which
You got caught up in your own accents.
Yes. Claudia is a full-on Sally Bowles type accent, so I don't know what the fuck I just did there. So give me a second. We're gonna rewind.
Back. Time to go back.
Well, dearie, we're gonna get on board and we can talk more privately there. There are too many eyes and ears out here in order for us to talk more freely, but I promise all will be revealed if that works for you.
Yeah.
That's better.
All right. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I kind of want to just get away from all the people. There's, not very private, as you said. I'm sorry, can I roll maybe like investigation or perception to see if there are any masks either in the garbage or on the floor that I could grab?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we thinking that's
Give me perception.
perception? Okay.
Give me a perception check.
2.
Ooh.
There's nothing.
I don't see nothing. As far as I can tell.
The Duke and Duchess are very they're very serious about their masquerade parties, so people came in with masks, but they had to return them at the end of the night.
That makes sense. All right.
They reuse the same masks every year. They sanitize them and then put them back out.
Oh God. Ugh.
Well, at least they're fans of personal hygiene.
Yes, they very much are. At least if
leg in their corner.
I mean, at least the Duchess is. The Duke, anyway, doesn't matter.
Duke doesn't know a toothbrush from his own behind.
Canonically, people would think that about him.
Mm-hmm.
More so just because they know barely anything about him. Okay, so you see no masks. There's nothing here.
Is there anyone else on board, or is it just the two of them?
Actually, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 6.
We are rolling low this morning.
Well, to be fair, there aren't any other people on board. You do happen to see, or it does not appear to be any other people on board. You do happen to see maybe one or two things on the deck that hint that other people have recently been on board. But you don't see anybody. You don't sense anybody. If people were on board that weren't Claudia or Twyla, they would have. They left about 2, 3, 4 hours before. They're long gone at this point.
They could also be underboard.
Do you want to make an investigation or perception check?
You know what? I would take kindly to that.
Beautiful.
And that's even worse. By golly.
Okay, y'all.
Oh Lord, that's a 7.
There's nothing under the boat.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing under the boat. There's not even an ocean under there. This thing is clean.
No,
it's
the ship is literally parked in the dry dock of the. It literally like skidded. It's torn up underneath because it's literally on pavement now.
This thing did the Akira slide right onto the docks.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so y'all are a little still suspicious, and that's fair. Do you want to make your way onto the boat in order to talk more freely?
I mean, I suppose.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yes, but I'm going to try and look for every notable potential exit. I am considering the potential of, how much would it hurt if I need to just jump off of the boat?
Oh, that is a good point. How tall is this thing?
Oh, I kind of have a thing with water, so maybe not.
So the ship itself is about 30 feet. Is about 20 feet tall and about 40 feet wide.
Well, it's not that bad of a drop.
It's a very nice but very,
That's the survivable drop. I can survive that.
Not a good drop.
Ira. Your passive perception is 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow you to. I'll let you know if you want to see anything, or if you want to.
I want to see things. If there are things to see, I want to see them, Jay.
I want to see things.
What have I done?
Anything there is to see, I want to see.
Okay. Well, you guys get on board. The deck is still consistent with the kind of seafoam bluish green or teal paint job, and it almost looks crystalline on top, as if there is a glaze of sea glass right on top of it. And actually, the walls of the ship are magicked to not take on any water, which is great. Over the sides of the ship, you can actually see the luminescent sea, which is the body of water that is bordering Autumn End, and it is glowing in the morning sun, pinks and blues and purples. On the deck of the ship, you'll see the mast, which has a small crow's nest, which in the crow's nest is a half-eating sandwich and a bunch of rope. And then all over the deck, you'll see a couple chests, a hole or two that looks like it was made by a trident, and more importantly, one ballista, but it's not a ballista that belongs to the ship. It's a discarded magic ballista. It was fabricated by a artificer and has just been left there. And then you have two stairs leading up to the actual captain's deck, and then below you have the captain's quarters, and then stairs to the holding deck, holding
the brig.
Hello. Once you're on board, Claudia and Twyla usher you into Claudia's captain's quarters, which basically have one kind of blocked off room, makeshift room, and then a small cot and a large table that has maps and different books and a globe on it.
Nice.
As if she is still trying to chart the next pathway or voyage she's about to take. And she takes one giant talony wing and throws it down. She goes, "There is evil in this city. Evil." And Twyla's like, "Okay, that's a little much, Claudia."
No, she's right.
What?
No, you're right. There is evil in this here city.
You know about the cult?
The what?
The cult of all... What are you talking about?
I was talking about capitalism.
Preach.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a cult in and of itself now, isn't it?
Yeah, the Duke and Duchess definitely did turn the barter system into a capitalist society.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Anyway.
So what
It
are
does not benefit the working class.
we
Okay,
Not
gonna
at all.
do about it?
Sorry, I'm lost on the capitalism.
The villain's always capitalism. Jay.
Always
Have you learned
capitalism.
nothing from Brendan Lee Mulligan?
No,
Love him.
I'm not. Unfortunately,
Mr. Mulligan.
I gotta be indoctrinated all over again. That just means I gotta start at fantasy high and work my way through.
I sort of pick and choose the ones I watch. I really enjoyed Escape from the Blood Keep.
My favorite is
yeah.
I've actually heard bad things about Escape from the Black Keep.
Really? Because they're all evil?
I guess.
I really love the Candyland meets Game of Thrones.
Oh, Crown
Kind of kidding.
I'm a fantasy high girl. But
I'm rewatching Dungeons and Drag Queens right now, so
I need to get back into that. I also recommend Mice and Murder, which again people have said bad things about, but I love personally.
I'm
also Mentopolis. I never stop blowing up.
Ooh, Never Stop Blowing Up.
faves.
Great. I really want to pull that system and use it for my own game.
Yeah.
And then Misfits and Magic, I'm on season 2, which I'm really into.
Ooh,
I didn't like Misfits in
love
that.
Misfits.
Anyway, Claudia throws down her talent again and goes, "There is evil in this city."
Still?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the cult.
capitalism.
Yeah, sorry. Continue.
Oh, the cult.
The cult.
The cult that's not capitalism.
The cult is not capitalism, but it could be capitalist in nature. Sorry, we're getting off track. Please expound upon the cult.
My love, my darlings. Twyla, you go. And Twyla looks at Claudia and then hits a pose as if a spotlight has fallen upon her. She goes, long, long ago, when harmony reigned over Arament, a group of people believed that paradise belonged to Amor, a paradise of blood, of destruction, of rebirthing the world into something bigger and better for their leader, Laldir, a man, a beast, a god, a fate.
A fate?
What?
A fate?
Like the ones at the bottom of your legs?
What was that F word you
And
said?
she pulls out the script and looks it over. And you notice that the handwriting on the script is very beautifully calligraphied, but also kind of rushed. So she's like, "Sorry."
Hold up. Are you reading from a script?
I'm very new to this part of the resistance or whatever. Are we calling ourselves a resistance?
What now?
Claudia just goes, there would have to be an active threat in order for us to be a resistance. Well, isn't that?
Oh, but capitalism is an active threat. Sorry,
That is an active threat.
we're not
We
talking
should get
about
back to this.
capitalism.
Now, hold on.
Sorry.
I feel like, if this is a real thing, you should be off book. But more importantly, can't we just talk plain a little bit? Like, if you have an issue and you want us to assist you with the issue, then we can just talk about it. You don't need to be reading from scripts or pulling up words or trying to figure out what calligraphy is, calligrapher right or calligrapher wrong. Just tell us.
Yeah, I never went to school, so this is kind of going over my head a little bit.
Yeah.
There's no need for the dramatics. This is a boat.
Hey, we're all...
Yeah, I was just taught to punch good, not to analyze words.
Twyla
I'm
starts
with you there.
to bawl her eyes out.
Oh.
No, it was good. It's just I'm
no.
dumb and I didn't understand.
You're doing a great job at whatever the hell it is you're doing.
Hestia will put a
Doesn't
hand
make
on
that
her.
much of sense.
Hestia will put a hand on her shoulder and just go, there.
Are you setting her on fire?
And scene.
No. Am I? She'll look. I don't know.
No, I think we would have smelled smoke.
Right.
Or is that if
There's
you're
smoke,
having a
there is fire.
stroke?
Twyla stops crying within a moment and goes, "End scene."
Oh my goodness, that was gorgeous. Honey, you've got a future.
I'm an actress. That is what I do. Except for this moment, because no one will hire me as an actress. But Minerva, and she looks to a little Casio painting in her pocket that she now has of a beautiful satyr who is hitting a pose with a skull, very Hamlet-like.
Mm.
And she's looking at Minerva. Minerva gave me this role, and I have to do it justice.
She gave you this role.
as guide and spy. You know, the best role any actress can have is spy, because it tests really a lot of the skills. I have to be deceptive, I have to be persuasive, I have to really put on different characters and accents. I'm great at accent work. See, I can do Claudia.
Darling, I would love to get back to the fact about the cult. Is it a real cult, or is this just like an acting gig?
It's a
Because
real
if so, I got places to be and things to do.
It's a real cult, darling, Claudia says from her chair. A real cult. A cult of Laudia.
Wait, are you recruiting us to also act as spies with Twyla?
Oh, no.
Do you want us to like kill that guy for you?
Ooh,
There are a
yeah.
lot of,
Yeah, that's more my speed, honestly.
unfortunately, there will be
Again,
no
I'm good at
killer
punch
for
things.
delivering for us.
Good. I'm not much of a. I don't need to do too much killing. Deal.
We actually had already one delivery group make its way through the catacombs for you. They were delivering, unfortunately, a coffin of a nobleman from a neighboring city.
Mm-hmm.
You, however,
Rest in peace, that guy.
are going to be delivering something even more valuable to our allies.
Which is?
Who is? Or
What is?
A hag.
why is? A what?
Ag.
God bless you.
Our
First of all,
travel,
it's not polite to call your mother that.
my crew found a hag impersonating a lord of great renown. It's hinted that this cult has actually used other creatures with the ability of shape-shifting in order to infiltrate different power structures.
Interesting.
We are going to transport her to our allies for questioning. However,
So she's already been captured.
she has, and she taps a chest that is next to her table. And as she taps it, you begin to see it shake a little bit, and you just hear, "God fucking damn it!" Yeah. Shut up!
She kind of sounds like a bitch.
Hope she doesn't kiss her mother with that mouth.
Her mother's long dead.
Ooh, probably for the best.
Why is she in a chest again?
Yeah, I feel like I did glaze over that.
My
Talk
crew,
about the conversation.
my crew beat her mercilessly with their words, and then hogtied her and brought her down to my ship. And in order,
And what did she do again to deserve that?
she crucified and mutilated a baron and took over his identity in order to infiltrate and kill and sacrifice an entire town's worth of blood.
Well,
Okay,
assassination quack.
Valid.
That is not great.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
for
a
them.
little bit a fan of the taking down the Baron thing.
But
But
the
the rest
baron
of
was
it-
actually a benevolent ruler.
Well, dang it!
Oh,
Yeah.
we lost one of the
There's
good
no-
ones.
His town was considered a utopia amongst cities.
Mm.
He was a socialist
Oh,
ruler.
damn.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, damn.
big fan, big
Lost
fan,
a
big fan.
Good
Our
one.
first
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah, I guess.
Capitalism killed socialism, unfortunately.
Oh, all right. So, so
We
we're
don't like
getting
her.
rid of this communist hag.
Nah, she's more like an anarchist hag.
Anarchist hag.
Anyway,
Mm.
Little anarchy goes a long
she
way.
works for the cult. That's all you need. And all
Alright.
we need to do is we got to keep her sedated and transported without the eyes and ears of the city catching us. The only way to do that is through the catacombs underneath the city.
Sounds terrifying.
So I'm going to lead a travel party with the chest into the catacombs in order to find our contact Brick, who is underneath the library at the center of the city. And he's going to hold her there in a holding cell to get the information we need in order to be able to build our case to bring it to the Duke and Duchess.
And question: how do you know that the Duke and Duchess are not sort of part of this whole cult infiltration thing?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Twyla and Claudia kind of look at each other and then look down. We don't.
Oh.
Currently, the Bluethorns are the only allies we have that we currently know are working against a cult. And that means that all we can do is trust them and do what they say, and then whatever from there, they're gonna kind of take the lead on.
Cool. Would you mind, and I feel like this is a reasonable offer, do you have any pieces of proof and or evidence, anything that will, corroborate what it is you've been saying? Because, like, I understand and I appreciate what you're laying down, but I do need to sort of see something.
Claudia unfurls a parchment onto the table, and on it is a cult symbol, the symbol of Laudir.
Well, that's pretty. You draw that yourself?
No. The symbol has been spotted throughout the city, and it is known as the symbol of Laudir. The cultists will draw it in order for people to know that wherever it is shown, it is a safe place for them to congregate.
Ooh.
So since Hestia has kind of been traveling a lot again to get as far away as possible from her family, would she maybe possibly have seen this somewhere, and would she be
Roll me an Arcana check.
Sure. 6.
My God.
I guess not.
You've never seen this before.
What
Okay.
about Ira?
Ira, do you want to do you can do a Arcana or you can do a religion check.
Okay, I'm pretty sure both of those suck for me.
They do.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, I have +1 in religion because I'm a monk. Doesn't matter, that's a 4.
No, I'm kind of worried about your rolls so far.
What is up?
Because they're all intelligence-based.
Can I roll something to see if I've seen this symbol in the city at the very least?
Yes, Ranger, you can roll to see if you've observed this throughout the city. You know what? You can also roll me an Arcana check.
Wonderful. All right, that's a 14.
Yes, you've seen this in multiple locations throughout the city, not only in broad daylight, but more importantly, or not only in like dark, secluded corners, but also in broad daylight more and more. It's almost weaving its way into posters, art, clothing. It is being seen more and more by the day, as if over the last week it has become the latest fad or trend for this symbol to pop up.
Oh, that's right, actually. Now that I'm getting a closer look at it, I have been seeing this symbol sort of put on locales, outside bars, in alleyways. I saw one person wearing a red hat with this thing on it.
So
It said, make aberrant, and then it was like a bunch of unintelligible gibberish, and then it said, this side again. And like, I don't think it was ever this in the first place, so I was a little confused by the etymology of it.
why would someone so openly wear a cultist symbol on a hat?
I
Yeah,
really
that's-
don't quite know. I think either they didn't know what it meant or what the repercussions of it would be, or they were just so sort of locked in on this ideology that they didn't let anything else get through their skulls.
Sometimes skulls can be thick.
Sometimes skulls can be thick.
Yeah, sounds like something that needs to be destroyed immediately.
Yeah, sounds like something that, a little bit of due process will assist with. If that's still a thing with the whole cult going on.
Well, sorry, I'm processing.
No, it's cool. I did just throw a lot at you. Feel free to cut that out in post if you don't want to.
No, I don't want Gabby too. I'm just
I was not planning on it.
now I'm just picturing make Otterman great again hats. And that's just hilarious. More importantly, earlier in the week, there was a theater festival that I was trying to be part of, but nobody would hire me.
Hmm.
And they tried to poison the water supply or the wine supply in order to literally murder everybody in one sacrificial ritual. Obviously, we stopped it because otherwise everybody would be dead. But I saw firsthand the actions of this cult.
Can I make an insight check on her?
Yeah, you can.
And that fell out of my hand almost immediately. And that's okay. That's okay. Natural 20, baby.
You look
Let's
at her, and more importantly, you look into her eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're haunted.
Mm-hmm.
When thinking about this and the fact that their mortality was in peril, their eyes get a little glossy, and there's so much truth behind them.
Oh, darling, I'm sorry.
It's okay. But that's how I found my mentor again, the great and powerful Minerva. She's great and powerful because she's great, and she scares me, so she's powerful. And more importantly, she set me up with the newest role at the behest of the Blue Thorns.
She kind of sounds like a bitch.
Is she a part of this whole anti-cult organization that is not an opposition or resistance because you're not technically resistant against anything? Your technicalities are have me a little on the edge.
She's like a friend of it, like friend. See, I was with her for about 2 days, and then she said, you know what, darling, what actually would serve me best and serve you best, honestly, is like if you go and take the lead role of your own life story, and you go out and you become the best actress there can be, and the only way you can do that is if you get far away from me and you do it as a spy.
Sounds like she's a friend of Dorothy, too.
Who's Dorothy?
Oh, don't worry about it, darling.
Did we meet her yet?
Was that a dramatic interpretation, or was that actually how she said it?
I could never live up to the great and powerful Minerva, but I tried my best to capture her essence.
You know,
That didn't answer my question.
something Big Ma Steve's always said to me: those who can't do teach.
Okay.
Something to think about.
She's a great teacher.
Sure.
I think that was the point of what they were saying. But it's okay.
Anyway, so will you all agree to help us transport the hag? I have a name. Shut the fuck up. Are you in agreement to help us transport the hag through the catacombs to meet our contact Brick?
Yeah. All right.
And-
Yep.
Okay, just a clarifying question for me. Like, I'll do it. But is his name Brick, or is like he a brick?
His name is Brick, but he also is made of like he's kind of like stony, so he kind of is a brick. He's also like,
is he a golem?
No, it's hard to explain. I'll show you Brick.
Hestia.
And she takes a piece of parchment and she starts to like draw. And fun fact about Twyla is she also used to be a costume designer, so she's really good at drawing people.
Oh, Hestia backs up immediately, recognizing that that's an Earth Genasi.
I don't think Brick is an Earth Genasi. I believe, is he an Earth Genasi?
Yeah, when we all played.
He is an Earth Genasi? Yeah, okay. So yes, he is an Earth Genasi. Is everything okay?
Yeah. How much will we have to interact with this person?
We can get in and get out.
That would be great. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Cool.
If you're uncomfortable, I can do most of the talking. I'm not good at it, but I can do it.
Darling, is this a self-hatred thing?
Yeah, how deep do we need to go with this?
We don't really need to go too deep into it. I just want to know like what your motivations are so I can better respect your boundaries.
We don't need to go deep at all. I just, I'm kind of trying to get as far away from anyone who could possibly be related to me as possible. So other Genasi freak me out. That's really the whole thing of it.
Got it.
Valid.
No, I understand. When I was courting, it was difficult to find somebody who was not vaguely related, so I can comprehend.
Okay, guys, I don't want to be difficult, but
I moved continents and wait
Not difficult.
for my farm raising family, so
One more time?
I moved continents in order to get away from my farm loving family.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with loving a farm.
There is, if that's all they want to do for the rest of their life.
we should
I understand. If you want to be there, sure. If you want to stretch out. I mean, I got one cousin who's a mayor, one cousin who's a doctor, one cousin who's a merchant up in Baldur's Gate, and one who ended up in Icewind Dale doing something about daylight savings time.
What's that?
I don't know. They just said they had some time and they need to save daylight. Unclear, frankly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Is that
that
helpful?
sounds pretty confusing.
Right?
Is it helpful?
Why can I get it?
Like, does it help them on their farm?
Well, it's less about they're doing an adventuring thing. So like
And when they save the daylight, like, do they put it in a jar? Where does it go?
Yeah, I kind of.
really know. Maybe
Are they plunged into eternal darkness?
I think maybe because like all I know about it is they were like, oh well, I heard that there's this whole thing going on and the winter's real bad up there, and you get past the spout of the world, and then for some reason unbeknownst to me, it's a little like dark. And I don't know about eternal darkness. That sounds a little much, but it is not very light. And they're like, I gotta go make some time to save daylight. And I'm like, okay.
So as you guys are talking, the chest starts to rattle, as if the hag on the inside is slowly gaining a little bit of their power back and trying to beat themselves out of.
I'm just gonna kick the chest, and patience is a virtue. You need to stop.
Do you want me? Do you want me
We're
to sit
figuring
on
things
it?
out.
I can sit on it if you guys want.
Just open up the chest, stab her a little bit, then close the chest.
Not needed. Not needed.
No, it sounds like they need her alive, though.
Yeah.
Darling,
A little bit.
not needed at all. Not needed. What I need from all of you is actually to go down to the scullery, and I need you to whip up another batch of our sleeping potion in order to keep her sedated. Can you do that?
I think so.
I can't promise I'll be good at it, but I'll try.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no chemist.
Recipe's very
but
easy
I
to
will
follow.
accompany.
The recipe is very easy to follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Plus, Hestia has a +2 to Arcana, if that means anything. So
I will request that we do get half payment up front.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
smart.
And she
That's smart.
goes back, and there's a small chest on Claudia's table, and she opens it, and Claudia goes, ah! And she's like, no. You promised 50 gold pieces each. So she gives each one of you 25, and she goes, we leave at dusk. So get to making that potion, and we'll start getting ready.
Okay.
So you guys go down to the scullery of the ship, and inside is just a very small kind of makeshift stove, a small working and cutting table with a bunch of different jars of different herbs and spices and florals and more, and a little ice box filled with different fruits and things like that. Claudia, being an Aarakocra, is mainly a vegan, so a lot of her stuff comes from the earth rather than any kind of meat, although she does like the occasional large gold worm or something like that. But
Yeah, I was gonna ask if she eats little bugs.
not little bugs, big bugs. Big bugs.
Miss Claudia, do you mind if I have one of these here mangoes?
That's fine, darling. Just replace it when you're done.
Replace it with what?
Another mango.
Where am I gonna get another mango from?
That's your problem to find out.
DM, where would I get another mango from?
You can replace him when you get back from your expedition.
All right. And I take out like a silver dagger, and I start just peeling off bits of skin.
Hey, can I get a little bit of that too? I haven't eaten in I don't know how long.
Oh yeah, of course. And I peel you off like a nice section. I just third the mango, like
Oh.
like down the pit, peel it, slice it off, and I hand each of you a piece of mango.
Thank you. You know,
Thanks.
I never really talked to anyone about what's happened to me and why Genasi like freaked me out. So I just wanted to like, I guess, thank you guys for like listening to me or whatever, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry if I was pushing too hard earlier. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. Sometimes I need a push. So my name is Hestia, by the way. I don't believe I introduced myself properly.
Garen.
Ira.
Garen and Ira. Good to meet you guys. I guess we're employed by a crazy parrot now.
Yeah, guess so.
Oh, squawk, I say.
Definitely not what I expected when I came to Aramend.
Look, I have this cousin. Their name is Grit, and they are wonderful to talk to. They have a degree in, I want to say, psychology. So if you are interested in speaking to somebody, I do think they are in this city at the moment. I could get you set up.
Maybe. I'll think about it and I'll...
Look, all on your own time.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Maybe it would be good for me to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Alright. Does anyone know how to make a potion?
Nope. I'm just gonna walk over to the wall, pull out one of my daggers, and just start carving in Ira was here. Was being spelled W-U-Z, obviously.
That is how you spell it.
Right?
Ah!
Everyone tries to tell me I'm wrong and that I'm not a good speller, but I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at spelling things.
Look, spelling and grammar are just instruments of a larger society attempting to push down other people in different forms of the dialect.
Hestia with her +2 intelligence just goes, yeah, amen.
Yeah.
Would any of you like to look around the room?
I guess just like, is there anything in this room that would look like it could be an ingredient for this potion?
Well, we have the recipe, yeah?
So,
Did she give us one?
on
Yeah, if I could look around, like, perceive but not invest, that'd be great.
If I could understand.
Yeah. I just want to, like, get it. I don't want to think too
on the
hard about
table,
it.
It's those vials of different herbs and flowers and spices, as well as a few different pieces of paper and a large cauldron.
Ooh. Ah, let's take a look at this here recipes.
The recipes are for fire water, sleeping death, sleeping drought, sleeping draft, and then cucumber water. Because they like...
I think we should do the last one.
Yeah, that sounds refreshing.
Not because I think it'll be helpful, just for fun. Like,
Hey,
when and...
Claudia, which one of these is the right one? We got sleeping drag, draft, drunk, droot. Which one of them are we using?
Drought!
Drought. And that's spelled...
I don't spell, darling.
Then how do we know which one to do? You know, we should just make all of them.
Guys, it's DROUGHT.
Is it
And is the O the one that has the little leg or no?
And she just called, Twilight calls back and goes, it's actually DRAUGHT, but good job, everybody.
wonderful? We like to do our due diligence.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
there are 5
I
ingredients.
still don't get the difference, but okay.
There are 5 ingredients listed under a witch herbal name.
What?
But there is a small riddle on each beside each name to help you identify which those ingredients are. And they also must be placed into the cauldron and added in a specific order.
All right.
No.
Are you ready for ingredient number 1?
Yes, can you type the riddles in the chat also so we have them?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
So the first ingredient is the blood of Hestia. Golden like the heart's own kiss, calming flame in twilight's mist.
What? Is there another Hestia that I'm unaware of?
Do we just have to put your blood in there?
I'm not a fan of that.
I don't know that I love that. The vibes are not giving.
Well, clearly they had. If they did this before, they had to be another blood Hestia. We weren't here prior when they made the first Sleeping Trout.
It's not great, but there is the goddess Hestia, so.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't aware what pantheon we were using.
Are we using the Greek pantheon? Because of Sisera and Dionysus.
It goes in and out. It goes in
and out. All right, look.
There is a pantheon of gods in this continent that was created by Supreme Overlord Gabby. But we haven't really referenced a lot of those gods and brought in a little bit of Hellenistic and some other gods, like a jovial sun god at one point for a clown paladin.
A cloudin?
A clown.
They were a cleric.
So a cleric.
Perkio the Tricelarius was a cleric.
Are you sure?
My goodness.
Yes.
I thought they were paladin because of the way that
Nope, they were a cleric.
Catless was only there for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Perkio is
there are many different religions, but yes, this is referencing the Hellenistic Hestia.
Gotcha.
Not our character Hestia.
All right. Unfortunate quinkadink.
Now, we're looking for something, a herb, a leaf, a flower, or a spice, or a fruit.
I am wonderful at all those things, but can I roll a nature check?
Yeah, you can roll a nature check.
But I'm going to use my green dice. So, we're going to see. All right, that is going to be a 16.
16. You get the inkling that this is referencing some form of leaf or herb that would normally be used in some kind of brewing of sorts to calm.
Got it. So I'm going to get the THC.
Unfortunately, it is not a hallucinogenic or a drug.
I'm unclear what sort of THC.
Everything's a drug if you try hard enough.
Everything is a drug if you try hard enough. This is true. I mean, look at caffeine.
It's a gold thing of
golden like the heart's own kiss.
Golden like the heart's own kiss. Calming flame in twilight's mist.
Mint.
Not mint.
It's a gold.
Is this supposed to be like a real life herb that we're supposed to think of on quick? Like out loud?
Yep.
All right. Thank you for clarifying the mission.
So, is it a flower? It's not a flower, right?
It is. It does come from a flower.
It's from a flower. Maybe honeysuckle.
You would make tea with.
Something you'd make tea with.
Honey, sugar. You said what about my ranger?
Remember what the point of this potion?
Draw it. Chamomile.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say cinnamon, which I knew was not correct.
Actually, cinnamon wakes you up. It's the reason why in some testing rooms they'll do cinnamon incense to keep you focused and alert. So you grab the first ingredient, a small little container filled with little buds of chamomile. You turn back to the recipe and you see lamb mint. Grows where flocks lay down to rest, leaves the tongues upon the chest.
Leaves like tongues upon the chest. Rows where flocks lay down to rest. Leaves like tongues. I mean, is that grass?
I'm just gonna start looking for shamrocks.
Unfortunately, no shamrocks or grass.
No, I know that's not the answer, but that is absolutely what Ira thinks it is, and she's determined to find a shamrock.
Lay down to rest.
I'm just gonna start throwing out flowers and plants at this point.
Think of a lamb mint.
Lamb mint. I mean, mint's pretty good on a hero.
What are some different?
And I'm just thinking of shamrock shakes from McDonald's.
My goodness.
Well, if it's not mint itself,
Zero
it could be an offshoot of mint.
Offshoot of mint. Parsley.
Peppermint? No.
Not peppermint.
Spearmint. I mean, it doesn't.
Spearmint.
Spearmint! Let's go!
We have chamomile. We have lamb mint. Now we have
Spearmint, yeah.
somniferum.
Somniferum.
Crimson bloom with dream inside. Brings sleep or death with shifting tide.
Oh, are those poppies?
Poppy! Good job!
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's opium. That is what opium does.
Next up-
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. I was like, I knew there's a red flower that makes you sleep, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, and then I
Next
remember
up-
that one scene in Wizard of Oz where they're like in that big ass field of poppies.
And then they shake asbestos over everybody.
Yeah.
Found where fairies cleanse their kin.
Elven purging flower. Found where fairies cleanse their kin. Lavender fields hide toxic within.
So something poisonous, like a nightshade, maybe.
Purging makes me think like throwing up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite happy with this riddle.
You're not happy with this riddle?
Yeah, I should have read it more clearly beforehand.
Well, I can make a nature check and see if I can glean anything more helpful.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
can make a nature check.
lavender? Is it supposed to be lavender?
It's lavender. It's lavender.
Oh,
It's lavender!
I was gonna say the only reason I can think you would be upset with the riddle is if the answer was right there inside.
Right
of it.
in the riddle. Alright, that's funny. I like that.
well, thank you for giving that to us because we obviously would have been like, it can't be lavender. It's too obvious.
Yeah.
The
And
last
you know my ass sucks at these riddles that you make about herbs and bullshit. I'm not good at these.
Nectar of the skull. I mean, I know this answer, but I'm gonna leave it to somebody else, see if they come figure it out.
No. It's no. At this point,
Shell White River runs, island born and kissed by suns. Nectar of the skull. What could it be?
coconut? Coconut?
Coconut.
Oh my god,
Yes.
yay!
Yeah, no, I don't participate in these riddles.
Now they must be and they must
I
be
like coconut milk.
I was gonna look for brains.
No, me too. No, me too. But then it was like crack the shell, white river runs. I was like, what do you crack and white stuff comes
Grab-
out? Oh,
grab-
coconut.
you got
I
a
was-
coconut from a
I was like, no, it would not possibly be brains. Oh, clams.
Clams.
Clams is crazy.
Clams is wild.
I can't do these riddles.
No, I know. I'm not a riddle
now
girl.
you must add them in the right order.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Start with nectar of the bone, then crush what brings the dreams home. Add the flame, the breath of peace. The lamb shall close, the tails release.
Got it. So start with coconut milk, just like a few fine recipes that I've seen. And I pour some in. Does it give like ingredient amounts? How much of each one?
Or however much water / milk is currently
Right.
in
All of it? Alright.
all of it.
Alright. I'm gonna pull down a second coconut so I can have some to drink for when I'm done here. And then I'm gonna crack
I'm gonna start prepping the other coconut because I am of no use here.
Yeah.
I think crush what brings the dreamer home is the poppies. So I guess I'll start crushing the poppies.
Nice.
Is it just the poppies?
Crush what brings the dreamer home.
And the lavender?
Found where berries cleanser, can lavender hides fields at the end. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So Crusher brings the dreamers home. And the flame, which...
Flame was the first one, so
yeah, the chamomile. Yeah. The breath of peace. The somniferum.
That's the poppies.
That's the poppies.
Mhm.
And then end with the spearmint.
Okay, so the order I have, and you tell me if this is right, is coconut, poppies and lavender, chamomile, spearmint.
Lavender, then poppies, then chamomile, then spearmint.
Okay.
I will take that order.
So coconut,
Lavender, poppy.
flame is poppies, peace is the somniferum.
I thought the flame was the chamomile.
Yeah, wait, hold up. You're right.
I'm gonna put in the
I need
chat.
to write this down. Give me a second.
I'm gonna put in the chat what I have. We can go.
Okay, turn next room. Coconut.
Guys, you solved it.
I solved it!
And I just hand over pina coladas. That is what I decided to do
Nice.
with
Oh my
the
God,
coconut.
amazing.
Wonderful.
Funny.
I am sitting here and Marissa got it on the first try, and then you guys are still debating it, and I'm like, I mean, I could let you guys put it in the wrong order, but you guys got it already.
Got it, baby.
Try
Let's
it.
go, Marissa. Woo!
Oh, thank you guys.
All
So
right.
you put it in, and you set it to boil.
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 Boil it. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. It is a cauldron.
And then within 30 minutes after it seeps, you put it into 4 different vials.
Wonderful.
One for each one of you. All 3 of you, as well as Twyla. And whatever's left, you bring up to the deck.
Wonderful.
The chest is then opened momentarily, and inside you see this woman or creature hog-tied inside.
Ooh, she's nasty.
Oh, that bitch.
The lid opens and she just goes, "Do you hear me? I am Brunthilda. I am the Hag of the East, and I will destroy." And literally Claudia just goes, "I think it's time for you to go back to sleep." She takes the pan from you and pours whatever is left. Literally does not care if Brunthilda's mouth is open, literally just pours this hot burning liquid over the...
She could have been very powerful if she can't escape a little box. So.
That's
Yeah, she must suck.
She's like, "Oh no, it's worse than the birds that those travelers gave me." And she's like, "Nothing's worse than what they gave you." And then
That's crazy.
she, within about 20 seconds, Brunthilda is like, no. And then comes
Go
back
to
out.
sleep. Go to sleep. Go to
Ew.
sleep, ugly lady. And I'm just petting the box.
Kind of looks
And
like
now-
Brunthilda all along.
I am fully
Now,
convinced
everybody.
that it was the potion didn't work. I am what put her to sleep.
Good.
I love that, Ira. I love that.
You like pina
Don't you
colada?
love when I get to play dumb characters?
So, my friends, more importantly, because you have successfully made the sleeping drought,
Sleeping jet.
you and because you were about to go on something that may be a little perilous, Claudia has decided to be extremely kind. As long as you all promise to return them, I'll allow you into my treasure room, and each one of you is allowed 1 artifact in order to take on your travels.
Now, when we say artifact, are you just saying that as like, these are artifacts to me, or they are genuinely considered artifacts?
They are
Because-
magical items that I have collected over my travels.
Got it. Just because there are certain items that are artifacts, and those are like historical items that genuinely belong in the museum or country of their original origin?
Garen, I ethically found them all.
All right.
Ooh, ethically sourced artifacts. Let's
Ethically
go.
sourced artifacts. All right, we like to see it.
She leads you over to
We
that
ain't no Hobby
little room.
Lobby.
Mm-mm.
She leads you over to the small little room inside of her captain's quarters and opens the door and reveals a gorgeous yet small room filled with different books and artifacts and items and clothing and jewels. It's almost like a supply closet of treasure. And inside, you see many different items, but you see 6 in particular. A brass lantern shaped like a seahorse that never goes out. A coral inlaid compass that always points towards the owner's greatest desires. A amulet carved from a deep sea pearl tied with shark skin. A crushed leather bag embroidered with crashing waves humming when near saltwater. A cloak woven from kelp silk, its colors shifting like moonlit tides. And last but not least, a large mace forged with barnacle patterns and a glowing sunburst head. What do you
Hestia's eyes immediately go to the mace.
Hestia, would you like the mace?
Yeah, I would like the mace.
Would you mind putting these items in the chat so I could read through them?
I'm gonna pick up both the bag and the compass, and I'm just looking back and forth.
Here's what I have. I don't think I got every detail, but this is what I wrote down.
Beautiful, because my list has what they actually are, and I don't want to reveal that until you've all.
Yeah, fair.
So you take the mace. Beautiful.
I would like to examine the amulet.
Absolutely. It is the pearl somewhat glows with a almost heavenly light, and as you go closer and get near to it, you already start to feel a little refreshed, as if any kind of wear and tear of the last couple hours, just casual wear and tear, has already been lifted.
Interesting.
Again, I'm looking at the bag and the compass. I'm trying to see what the compass is doing, if it's pointing to the bag or what it's doing.
The compass is pointing to the bag. Yeah, let the compass tell us what the best item is for us, based on our builds.
Yeah. If it just starts spinning, I'm going to assume that I want the compass.
So, Ira, are you taking the bag or the compass?
I'm going to take the bag.
Garen?
That bag is going to be humming the whole time because we are right in the middle of saltwater.
I would also like to take a look-see at the cloak.
Absolutely. You get closer to this almost like silky cloak, and you notice that it almost appears translucent.
Ooh.
Put your hand behind it to feel the fabric. You can't, while the fabric itself seems translucent, you can't see your hand on the other side.
Oh, that's an invisibility cloak. That's right on my alley.
Are you taking the cloak?
Oh, I'm 100% taking the invisibility cloak.
Twilight joins you and looks around the room and decides to take the compass out of Ira's hand and goes, "Since I'll be leading us, I feel like I should have a compass."
That makes sense.
Darling.
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Darling, what's that
I
amulet
really
do?
know how to.
Besides make you feel like you didn't spend the last 3 hours sleeping on top of a brick wall?
Well, everyone, I will gladly tell you what you all are looking at. First, the lantern, which nobody chose, was the ever-bright lantern, which, if you speak its magic word, will never burn out.
What's the magic word?
Potato.
Wait, I might have changed my mind. That's so funny.
So it's potato.
Potato. And he's
Okay, but what if you say
Claudia says potato very, very quietly, as if to almost not let the lantern hear it, and it still ignites into this beautiful green Greek fire like light that'll cast an entire green glow on the in the cabin.
A little sickening?
I'm gonna try and say potato in both Dwarvish and Elvish and see if the lantern still reacts.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It turns off and then turns back on when you do
It's bilingual.
it. Turns off when you say it in Dwarvish, and it turns back on in Elvish.
Right.
Oh,
What if I
It's
say
a polyglot.
Because I know a pronunciation thing may be different. If I say potato, is it going to do anything?
It doesn't do anything for potato.
wouldn't you say?
All right.
Wouldn't you say potato?
I mean,
Unfortunately, it doesn't respond to potato either.
What about spud?
It does crackle a little bit on spud.
I like spud. I like spud.
Interesting. Interesting.
Fries.
Now, what are the other non-vegetable related items?
Clara, you took the Seeker's Compass. A compass that'll always point you the right way to go as long as you can concentrate on where you must go. The amulet, the pearl amulet that you were all looking at, is an amulet of health that I was gifted by a tribe in the southern Americas region.
Alrighty.
I can't believe you're gonna make me type that in the world building document, you bitch.
You motherfucker.
When you put it in, it's AMEIRA space capital KAAS. Americas.
Yeah, no, instead of a space, I'm gonna do an apostrophe if that's all right.
That's fine.
Cool.
Ira, you have chosen a bag of holding.
Let's go.
Oh,
So
slay!
chaotic with
Yes! Thank God.
Oh, shit.
Garen, you have chosen a cloak of invisibility.
My chair did not like that. Okay.
And last but not least, Hestia, you have chosen a mace of disruption.
No, I was picking the right. Disruption? Okay.
Disruption.
What the fuck?
It says here, when you hit a fiend or an undead with this magic weapon, the creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage. If the target has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or be destroyed. On a successful save, the creature has the frightened condition. This is crazy. This is so good for her.
Damn.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, Hestia will definitely, just kind of bow her head in appreciation and say, thank you. This will help protect me very much.
I'm glad I can do you some service. Now, get packing.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you equip yourselves and start heading?
Ask if I can borrow another item.
Another what?
Can I also borrow the amulet of health?
No.
Well, I had to try. And I respect your boundaries.
I can only part with these for so long.
Oh, no. I understand.
But what if we promise to bring them back?
Like, what if we kill the whole cult?
Are you
Take them all down.
Are you
What if
trying?
I pinky promise?
Oh my God, you guys.
I'm so sorry. I'm. Birds don't often get whiplash because our heads can turn a little bit farther than humans. But did you go from trying to seduce me with your boobs to offering a pinky promise?
Wait,
I was not trying to seduce. I was not trying to seduce. I was only offering the pinky promise.
So wait. Where did the boobs come from? Picture?
But if the boobs would work,
I was gonna ask the same thing. Where did the boobs come from?
I don't remember seeing or hearing about boobs.
Saw Gabby go. What if we promised to bring it back and then it went into the pinky promise?
No,
Well,
I was just playing with my
that's
hair.
cool.
Gabby is just hot and talking. Gabby's
Exactly.
just hot and talking.
Why are you sexualizing her?
Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm just a girl.
And matter of fact, if you did do a boobs and go directly into a pinky promise, and then the pinky promise is simply the contingency upon which the boobs are provided.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having too much fun with this accent.
The way garden.
I'm obsessed with the accent.
It's really fun.
It's so good. Okay.
Anyway,
The contingency.
So the pinky promise is not.
I learned one big word and just
get one item and one item.
every sentence.
It's all right.
It's so funny.
That's,
I love just sticking big words in here and spelling. I'm saying I'm wrong, but I do know what they mean.
I love it.
It's so good.
I was gonna say, speaking of all this, where did you acquire like all this arcane accoutrement? Like the ballista out there. That is impressive.
no, a member of my crew is an artificer, so I made that.
Speaking of your crew, where are they?
Yeah.
They went ahead and brought the Baron to the Bluethorns. I thought I discussed that earlier.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, they're transporting a dead body currently.
That's right. I thought it was another group of people that you hired off the street, or docks in this case.
No, I didn't hire them. They were given to me by the Bluethorns.
They were given to you.
Gifted to me. They were offered the job, and then
Got it. So it is of their own will.
yes, absolutely.
Volition. All right.
They volunteered. They were not voluntold.
Got it. Sometimes you just say things, and then I need to require clarification because some of those things may be concerned in a different light.
I appreciate your thoroughness.
My pleasure.
Y'all, can we get ready to go? Because I'm getting antsy.
Oh, yeah, let's get out of here before little Miss Precious decides to get wakey again.
Yeah, we can definitely head out.
But it's okay, because then I can just sing to her again and she'll go back to sleep. It's fine.
Sure, darling.
It worked last time.
Yeah.
It was kind of peaceful in that box, didn't you guys think?
Okay,
So, I mean, like the same way a hairless cat looks peaceful when it's taking a nap, I guess.
I like hairless cats. Kind of. I don't know.
Cats come without hair. Did you do something to it?
No, sometimes they're just born like that.
You're better than cats with hair. Why do they have hair?
I can't say too much about that.
so
I mean, they're born the way they are. Why not cats?
we're gonna
No.
change our
Sack looking
backdrop.
at all.
We're gonna change our backdrop and then take a 5-minute bio break.
Beautiful.
Come back. We will enter the catacombs.
Oh my.
You, Twyla. You three and Twyla
Pause for pose.
make to the top of a large hill with the giant chest, which luckily is on wheels. You all have your magical item, as well as any kind of equipment that you already had equipped when you started, is now in Ira's bag of holding, in order for there to be less things to transport. Twyla looks at all of you and goes, okay, now I know I gave you all 20 gold pieces, and those are for you so far. Or 25 gold pieces, and those are for you so far. But I think Claudia didn't let on how dangerous it can be going through these catacombs. And if any of you want to turn back now, I completely understand. I have to complete my last act. I need to get the applause at the end. So I'm going to continue on, but if nobody else can, that's okay.
What do you
Wait,
mean?
just to clarify, do you plan on dying after this? I just want to make sure I'm
I'm saying like this is the final act of this play, and then my next
Okay.
My next role will be at next. No, I'm not dying.
Okay.
At
'cause-
least not yet.
Darling,
yeah, I wasn't sure where that
Back
metaphor was
to it.
going.
Thank goodness.
and here, and he just he pulls from like a satchel on his side, a piece of like battered parchment, that on the inside says "Grit Stees, Psychologist, at law." And it has like a little address, and he hands it to her. It's like, you should talk to my cousin, honey.
I'm sorry, psychologist at law is so funny.
Psychologist at law. Oh, is it one of those shrinks that'll sue you for your own mental issues situations?
No, actually, they'll sue for you.
And I try to steal a business card from Garn without him seeing,
You're more than welcome to try, but I just give it to you for free.
for his cousin. I think she's embarrassed to admit that she needs
Roll me
therapy.
stealth. Roll me
Stealth or
stealth.
stealth or sleight of hand.
And my passive perception is 15, so I'm guessing that's a DC you have to beat.
Roll me a. Roll me a sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's actually the same modifier, so silly. Oh my god, 17.
I do not notice.
Beautiful, you steal one.
Beautiful.
It's like,
I was gonna take one and be like, I have a friend who might need this.
look, I'm always happy to get Cousin Grit some business.
We do love supporting local business.
I love supporting local business.
Sure.
Are you all gonna follow me? Or you can leave now if you'd like.
Darling, we are already here, and I would like to see where the end of this trail lies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
the monks didn't raise no bitch.
we
I
can
didn't
definitely.
know monks can talk like that.
I'm still like in training. Like
Well-
I'm in my probation period.
You're a probationary monk?
Kind of.
Does that mean you only do your vow of silence on the weekends?
No, because that would be too difficult. I only do my vows of silence on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah, you kind of seem like you kind of seem like a chatterbox. It must be kind of difficult.
Yeah, they had a time with me. Oh, thank God there was a prophecy, otherwise I would not have made it through.
It's okay, darling. You're still allowed to breathe.
I'm just out here trying my best. But
And
no, I have to go through my like training period and find my purpose before I get like my official monastery robes.
got it. What is your path? I imagine we say this as we start walking, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Twyla has pulled out her compass, and she has kind of gone to the front of the quartet of you and
Sure.
gone pointing forward,
Hmm.
as if the idea was to not go into the tunnel, as if there were other options as to where to go, whether it's only to go forward through the tunnel. But she looks at her compass, and you all follow.
Nice. Yeah, what is exactly your path of monk?
So we focus on like our connection with the elements. I haven't been too great at that. There are some elements that I've been doing better with than others
Sure.
in like handling, like cold and like lightning and electricity are like much more my gig,
For sure.
which didn't really surprise any of the monks who trained me
Mm.
because of like how I was born. It was like this like
You were born in a freezer?
kind of. I mean, so it was like this once in a century storm that happens where there's like lightning and snow, but there's no thunder or clouds.
Mm.
And one of the like lightnings like shot the house where my mom was giving birth to me, but like while everything around us was destroyed, me and my mom were fine. And so, like, everyone around us was like, oh my god, she's been claimed by 2 elemental forces. She must be so special. And so they sent me to this monastery. They let my mom come too, because, I was like a baby.
Sure.
And they were like, you were destined for greatness, Ira. I'm like, okay, if you say so. And that's where I learned to punch things real good.
Estia is visibly trying to hide a laugh.
And Twyla puts her fingers to her lips and then puts her hand up like this. You have come to the first of many, many forks and roads in this labyrinth of catacombs. You start to, as Twyla's trying to figure out which way the compass is leading you, you start to take a look around. You are seeing walls carved from sea stone, slick with algae and with slime. The halls are kind of lit by moss or torch, but very dimly lit. The only other lighting is now coming from the staff of disrupting, the mace of disruption, which is leaving a bit of a gentle, warm glow within about a 20-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
On the walls are not only some algae and slime, like I said, but also what appear to be more freshly made sigils and pictographs. Almost painted with, if not blood, then very dark red paint. These pictographs are depicting sacrifices, followed by a series of Laldier's sigils. Twyla covers her mouth again and goes, making a bunch of different arms and hand gestures as if you all talked about some kind of secret code beforehand.
It's nothing to me.
And
Can
then
I roll to see if I understand her?
you know what? You can make a perception check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I think as they were having that conversation up until Twyla hits a shh, and so Garen turns to Ira and goes, "All right, let's table the backstory till later, Thunder Snow. We're trying to figure out what this cockamamie sign language is."
It's a 15 on perception for.
And you know what? I'm gonna pull up Twyla's sheet.
Which is crazy because she literally has a -1 to perception.
Very nice.
15.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna. You understand it just because she is doing it so erratically and repeating it over and over and over again.
Oh.
That you're just she means to go to the left. Okay, cool. To which then Twyla tucks the compass to her chest and does a barrel roll.
Is she covered in algae now?
No, but she is extremely wet because the floor of this space is definitely has patches of water, and by water I mean black water.
I'm gonna assume that that's also something I have to do, but I don't want to get my outfit wet, so Ira just does a front flip.
Yeah. Can
What?
Fire Genasi do that? That's my thing.
Honestly, if you all want to roll me an acrobatics check, you are more than willing to do it.
Do I need to do that? Is it required?
No, it's not.
So I'm not gonna do that.
Ira rolled a 21 on that front flip.
Okay. It kind of looks like water is fine for a Fire Genasi, so I guess she'll be okay, but a little
Yeah,
hesitant.
Genasi are more people than they are the elements that they represent.
That's fair. I mean, she wouldn't have gone on a boat, So athletic, I'm sorry, or acrobatic.
Acrobatics. Only if you want to do the barrel roll.
I ain't gonna do no better.
She's kind of fuck it, so it's a 16 on acrobatics.
You make the barrel roll.
I just want you all to know I am capable of doing whatever sort of cockamamie roll this is. I just don't want to.
And that's so valid. I just felt like it.
No, I respect that choice.
So you all continue down, and this happens a few times. You get to a fork, and she stops you, and she makes some kind of hand gesture, and then does some kind of gymnastic move down another pathway. The entire time, she's also going do 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 do, as if she is making her own theme music, very a la Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. She is very much living in this spy fantasy in her mind, literally playing this role the best that she can, as if her name went from Twyla to James Bond.
Is someone watching her?
The people in her mind are.
Maybe she's getting Truman showed. I remember there was this one town I went through where there was this guy named Truman, and for some reason everybody hated him. And so they were making it appear like he was living his own life with nobody around him, but there was reality. There was a bunch of little pixies that they sent out, and they would be constantly doing little portraits of the things that he was doing, and then they sent him out, and then people would left them in the taverns, and it wasn't very nice. But Truman had a little something.
That's awful.
It's pretty messed up.
And I thought I had it bad.
Y'all. Hold up.
What's wrong?
And unlike the last couple times you've stopped, her entire body is outstretched, almost holding you all back. You are now in a dead-end shrine. I think we need to...
Do we need to turn back around?
You turn back where you came. But there are little orbs. Little orbs that are floating as they almost bounce and play with each other. One almost takes a little bit of a wispy digit and beckons you, and they kind of bounce and bob down and down and down the corridor. Do we follow?
I mean, yeah, sure.
We can follow, but I want my weapons back from the bag of holding.
I'm like not breaking my gaze on the things. I'm just yeah.
So you follow them, and they're leading you down another hallway, and they seem pretty jovial and happy and wonderful until eventually you're kind of realizing that you're not really following the compass anymore. You're following them, and you're going deeper and deeper. In about 20 minutes of following these wisps. And ever so often, Twyla's like, no, we should trust them. We should keep going.
What are these things?
What are these things?
Is anyone able to identify them?
Yeah, can I look?
I already followed that, not the compass.
Who would like to make me a nature check?
Yeah, I have a +4 to nature.
I can try.
Give me nature checks.
14.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
So, as you're walking down one final corridor, you finally turn to each other and you realize that these orbs are not just any dancing lights, as if conjured by magic. Instead, they are fully sentient. They are mysterious. They are legendary.
Will-o-wisp?
Are the will-o-wisps.
Ooh, I'm not a big fan of will-o-wisp. Well, Twyla, why are we following this and not the compass?
And eventually, they lead you down a final hallway. When suddenly only two appear before you as the wall of a dead end shows up. And then two appear behind you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh god. Okay.
Why? Why?
What?
Why? Because I say so.
Why do we have to roll for initiative?
Fuckity fuck.
15.
Okay.
11.
Figured I'll put it in the chat so you have it.
16.
Nice.
So it'll be Garen, Hestia, Ira, then Twyla. Okay. Garen, what would you like to do?
Garen don't love this. Garen's not a huge fan. All right. Let me just see something real quick. I see look something up actually. Just because I don't remember how this works. What's a bonus action? All right, cool. That's how that is. All right, so since I have Dread Ambusher, the start of my first turn, my walking speed increases by 10 feet. So how close am I to these will-o-wisps? Like, what's my distance?
Say about 10 feet in front, 10 feet in back.
Okay. Then I'm going to go to the one on the right in front of me, and I'm going to start attacking with my short sword and dagger. So, take the attack action, and since I have Dread Ambusher, I get 2 of those bad boys. So first one is a 21 to hit.
It hits.
And then the second one is, wait, no, hold on, I have to do the damage first. So that first damage is going to be 10 piercing.
Okay.
Next up, same thing again. So what's the, I just want to roll something physical. Okay, that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Wonderful. So let's get the damage. That was only going to be 5 damage, but it's still damage. And then I'm gonna take my bonus action for a dagger shot. Another 19
That hits.
for another 9 piercing.
You kill the second will-o-wisp.
Now, I don't know about the rest of you funky orbs, but you best be turned around and fucking off.
And they just grow a little bit more vibrant and wild.
Well, you asked for it.
Hestia.
Don't be
Actually, Garen, is there anything else you would like to do?
that will be Garen's turn. But you see, like, there's just a sort of recognition, like, these are Fey type creatures. I'm pretty sure, right?
What?
There's like a Fey connection with white will-o-wisps, yeah?
No, they're undead.
Undead. Oh, that's right. Oh, I must be thinking of something else then. Okay.
They're malevolent, wispy balls of light that haunt lonely places and battlefields, bound by dark fate or dark magic to feed on fear and despair.
That's right. Okay, then yeah, that will be all for Garen's turn.
Hestia.
Okay. How am I close to the? Okay, so Garn killed one but damaged the other.
No,
Am I hearing-
went after the one, correct?
Yeah, just went after the one. I mean, if it died before I did any more damage, then I would have directed it towards the other one.
Okay, so whichever will-o-wisp is closest to me, I would like to use my Mace of Disruption. Now, I have weapon mastery with maces. I am not sure if that means I get a bonus of some sort. I'm not entirely certain.
You roll with advantage on. Correct, Abby? Weapon mastery. That means that you roll with advantage.
Let me check.
Yes, please. Sorry. This is my first time playing a barbarian.
Is Weapon Mastery the feat from 2014 or the new stuff from 2024?
I don't know. I can go into her character builder and check.
Yeah.
That would please the chat.
Where did you build it? Is my question.
I built her on D&D Beyond.
Okay. Cool.
Let me see. Home. I have 2014 core rules checked and legacy checked and expanded rules checked. Let me see. Where would I find that? I'm so sorry.
Did you send a screenshot to the chat?
Yeah,
May
just so I can know which one I'm supposed to be looking at. I don't imagine that it would change it too much, but
Well, Weapon Mastery in 2024 also gives you access to certain attributes.
Okay, so if you hit a creature with a mace, that creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of your next.
That's the 2024 rules. That's sapping.
yeah.
Okay, is that fine? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I'm so sorry for taking forever, but yes, I would like to hit it with mace, so then it has disadvantage on its next attack. Yippee!
In which case, I also have Weapon Mastery.
Oh my god, slay, good for you. Okay, that is a 22 to hit,
It hits.
and 8 bludgeoning damage, 4 radiant damage, for a total of 12.
Well, wait. Did you add? Yeah, you added the 2d6 radiant damage.
I think. It said bludgeoning damage 8, radiant damage 4.
But because you are using the Mace of Disruption, when you hit a fiend or an undead with this magic weapon, that creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay, I can add another 2d6s because I don't think I did that. 7. Another 7 points of damage.
Altogether, that's what?
12. 19?
Okay, well, I gotta do a wisdom saving throw. Okay. Okay, Will-o'-the-Wisp number 3 has been killed.
Wonderful.
Let's go.
Okay, I see.
Ira,
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
it's your turn.
All right, we're gonna. I just wanted to double check something. Okay. So I'm going to just punch. I just punch.
Okay, we're gonna punch.
Ooh, that was an 11.
That does not hit.
Ooh,
I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Yeah!
nice.
Do you need to?
So I get to make 2 more attacks.
Okay.
2 more punches.
Okay.
Okay, one of those was a 17.
Does not hit.
A 17 doesn't hit?
Oh, yeah, those
does not hit.
bullets are kind of beefy, weirdly enough.
Okay, so then my other one definitely does not hit then.
Does not.
And that's my turn.
Yeah, Will-o'-the-Wisps, while not bulky, because they are specter-like, are a little bit more hard to.
No, I got it. I got it.
Sorry,
No, don't apologize.
Twyla.
I rolled like shit.
Nat 20. Thank you, Twyla. Okay.
Twyla, work.
Nice. Let's go.
Twyla's gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Love.
And I'm gonna have to make a saving throw. Oh, it can hit. It hits. Okay. And then... So, Twyla turns to one of them and she goes, "You're so your mom... Your mom!"
Now I understand why you're not off book.
Will-o-wisps have moms?
Maybe.
They do, and it's a very complicated relationship, which is why, even though this burn was really bad, it still hit.
Can I roll an insight check to see if the will-o-wisp is offended?
Sure, it does hit.
I would also like to make that check.
Sure.
Cassie is good. I think
That is a 17 to see if the will-o-wisp is hurt.
Mine was to 15.
It is hurt, but it's only 1 point of damage. So
Hurt? Oh, so this was like Vicious Mockery?
this was Vicious Mockery,
Love that.
and it was 1 point of damage.
I meant more so emotionally, but that also works.
Yeah. Hey, damage is
Just
damage.
strike the will-o-wisp to their core.
Mhm.
And that is the end of Twyla's turn, because Twyla doesn't do much else. So now we turn to the Will-o'-the-Wisps, and
It makes sense that she's a bard, huh?
And they turn on Twyla first, the remaining two, because they like to go for the weakest.
Is the one I attacked with and now has disadvantage, is that one still alive?
Nope.
Okay.
There are only 2 left alive. That does not hit. So then they are gonna go after... The other one's gonna go after... Which one of you has the worst armor class after Twyla? It doesn't really matter, because both you, Ira, and... Okay. They're gonna go after Ira.
Dang it.
Does not hit either. They fucking suck. Okay. Garen.
Alright, we're going to hit it one more time. And this time, I'm going to have the added benefit of the fact that I have weapon mastery that I didn't realize was going on. So my 2 kinds of weapon masteries are short swords and daggers. So
Wait, I forgot something. Sorry. The one that tried to attack Twyla, how close was it to me?
Probably about 6 feet.
Okay, never mind then.
love that.
Garen.
Yeah, sorry, give me a sec. My character sheet, I had to refresh it. For some reason, anytime I add something, it doesn't actually stay, and then I have to refresh the entire sheet just to have it. Which is real cool and fun, actually. And I enjoy it a little bit. Alright, so. We have it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and make another attack with that short sword. On the closest will-o-wisp to me.
Okay. As well as the Wisp one.
Will-o-wisp 1. Well, does a 13 hit? Probably not. That's okay. We're gonna make my bonus attack with my dagger, and due to the nick property, that's gonna be part of the attack action instead of a bonus action, which is cool. But that also doesn't hit, which is real annoying. However, I do have something else I could try. I don't know if I want to use that just yet. Yeah, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the will-o-wisp that hasn't been touched yet, the one next to me.
Okay.
And be like, lay this one to me.
Okay.
Reasonably, I should have done that first, but it is okay. So that'll be a spell slot taken out and a wisp mark. And that'll be Garen's turn.
Hestia.
Yes. I would like to hit one with my my great axe.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit,
Yep.
and that is 14 points of slashing damage.
Very nice.
Hey.
Do I have bonus actions I can do? These guys are kind of dropping like flies, so I don't totally feel the need to enter a rage. So that will be my turn.
Ira. You have Will-O-the-Wisp number 1 that has the Hunter's Mark of the Hunter on it from Garen. And then we have Will-O-the-Wisp number 4 that is currently dealing with a lot of damage from the Great Axe.
Is there a way that I can move myself to be within melee of both of them at the same time? So they're both within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack number 4.
Nice. Fuck it up, Kenneth.
Oh, absolutely the hell not. That's a 12. You know what?
Thank you.
I'm gonna try Flurry of Blows again.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was 13 on one. Oh god, I'm rolling like shit today. That was 8 on the other one.
I hate to see it.
Sorry, my love.
It's okay.
She blow me till I'm flurry.
God damn it!
You have her way with my elements till I'm on the path.
Insane! Insane.
I'm unwell.
Good. Not good because you're okay. You get it.
Crazy.
We're all on the same page.
We're all on the same spectrum.
I fear.
We're going to cast Thunderclap. That does not hit.
Oh, Twyla.
What are you
Honey,
doing?
darling, sweetie.
So she just like me for now.
Put their hands together and everything shakes, but nothing really happens. Cool. We're gonna go back after. They're gonna go back after Twyla. That does not hit.
Why are we going after Twyla so much?
They go after the weakest first. Now they're gonna go after Hestia.
These motherfuckers.
Nope, that's a 15. That does not.
15 is my armor class. Yes, it hits.
It is. I thought your armor class was 16.
Nope, 15. It's 15 and it's 17 with my shield. I don't have my shield. Does it say on the sheet that I gave you that it's 16?
No, it's 15. Okay, it hits. Beautiful.
Down post.
I would like to use part of my feat, Sentinel, for Guardian.
Oh, hi, Rob.
Immediately after a creature within 5 feet of you takes the disengage action or hits a target other than you with an attack, you can make an opportunity attack against that creature.
Did I always forget about my feet?
Okay.
Mine is OP as fuck, so I'm not actually gonna.
So their attack still hits, but I also get to attack them in turn.
Yay! Oh my god, Hestia is like shook because no one's ever been this nice to her.
Fine. Wait. They're gonna do shock. That's 2d8.
And does a 19 hit so I can start rolling damage?
Yes, a 19 hits.
Amazing.
Are they doing fire damage?
They are doing
Is it necrotic?
lightning damage.
Okay, never mind.
9.
So I take 9 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay.
And they take 6 points of bludgeoning from me.
Wonderful. She'll kind of do like a and then just turn to you and just go like,
They're not doing well, but I need everybody to please give me a Constitution saving throw.
oh my god. Okay.
Sure.
Luckily, con is for some reason my best stat. I don't know why. Okay, it's a 12.
Dirty 20.
18.
Okay, you're all good.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Wonderful.
Sick.
Garen, we have one. We have one that is
Here.
barely alive, and then we have the other one that has your mark on it. That is pretty well alive.
I'm gonna go for the one with my mark on it.
Okay.
I want to get my money's worth.
Okay.
So, 15 to hit.
Yep.
Nice. All right, so that is gonna be.
Oh wait, no.
I was gonna say, if my 17 doesn't hit,
No.
You know what? That's understandable. And then we're gonna go at it with my bonus action attack. Also doesn't hit. Dang, another 15. Damn, son, where'd you get that? That's unfortunate for Garen. Garen still doesn't have bonus action, but there's nothing really much he could do with it.
So end of Garen's turn, or is there
Yeah. There's nothing else he can do, but something I forgot about because I haven't played this character in so long is that on top of all the additional stuff that he gets, because the weapon master is really making this guy cracked. He also, as a bugbear, has the surprise attack racial feature.
Oh, that's slay.
If you hit a creature with an attack roll, the creature takes an extra 2d6 damage if it hasn't taken a turn in the current combat. So it's definitely too late to implement that. But for future reference,
for next
next time, someone's going to get decimated.
Got it.
That will be my turn.
Jesus. Okay, Hestia.
Okay, so I'm wondering what will happen if I try to hit them with my burning hands. I can read it. They have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 15, or they will take 3d6 fire damage.
19.
They succeed? Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Messed up and wrong.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's all I can do. So, sorry, y'all.
Hey, you did your best, and that's
don't apologize.
Ira.
You know what it is, baby.
Ira Cone. Let's go.
Nope.
No. Aw.
No, that was a 15.
You want to do another Fury of Blows?
No, because I can only do that 4 times. I've already done it twice. So
Yeah. The dice heard you talking shit about how weak these guys were dropping.
Are there any other actions you would like to do?
no.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, no. I can take another unarmed strike as a bonus action. Sorry, forgot about that.
Okay.
Oh, and that's a 25.
Okay.
What?
Going after the one that's like really
The
bad.
die felt bad for me on that one.
You're going after the one that's really badly
Action.
injured, or the one that Garen's going up against?
I'm gonna assist Garen on it, and that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay. Twyla. Does not hit.
Dang, Twyla.
Damn, girl.
Just like
I'm
most
here for personality, not for functionality.
just like most of her performances.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest critique I've ever gotten. Okay.
Oh, honey. Sorry, I'm saying character. Oh, honey. Honey.
Okay, one of the wisps go after Twyla. It does not hit. And they're gonna go after after. They're gonna go after Hestia again.
Okay.
And it's 15, so it hits.
Yes, it does.
So they are going.
No.
They're gonna do.
I'm also gonna.
They're gonna do another shock.
Bruh.
6.
Okay.
6 lightning damage.
That sentinel did not do shit.
Okay.
That was an 8.
In terms of placement, are we all like 5 feet from these wisps now?
You're about 5 to 6 feet from these wisps. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Darren.
Garen. All right. Let's.
Real quick. No, wait. Real quick. Everybody, make me a Constitution saving throw.
5.
15.
24.
Okay, Garen.
Goddamn.
Wait, hold up. What is this? A charmed thing?
Wait.
Because bugbears have Fey ancestry, which means they have advantage on saving throws made to and the avoider and
This
the
is
charm.
necrotic. This is necrotic.
No, just necrotic damage.
No, never mind. None of you have 0 hit points. We're good. Never mind.
Okay,
Oh.
Get all back.
got it. This is just like a world effect that only impacts you if you're at a certain point. All right, cool. That makes sense.
Okay. Darren, what are you gonna do?
If it ain't broke, well, it's been broke, but we're gonna try and see if it's unbroke. Fuck.
It's
All right, so that first one does not hit. That'll do. All right, so that is gonna be with the dagger. Let's get damage on that. That's gonna be 9 piercing, plus the hunter's mark damage, which is a d6. Let's pull you out. There you go. So another 5. So 14 in total. Yeah.
It dead.
Let's go.
Beautiful. Was that the last one?
No, there's one more.
And then bonus action, I'm going to shift my hunter's mark to the other wisp.
Nice.
They're barely hanging on.
And that'll be the end of Garen's turn.
Hestia.
Okay. You said it's not like it's very bloodied, like it's on its last legs, basically.
Is as bloody as a non-bloodied, like it's a being, is a specter that has no blood can be.
Unlike you not doing so hot.
I'm crying.
It's like it's
Sugar
like
fire.
flickering in and out of light.
Okay, I was gonna take this turn to equip my shield, but I think I will be a little risque and do my Mace of Disruption again.
Okay, roll.
Let's see her.
Okay, so that is a 14, so it misses.
Yes.
But then as a bonus action, I will go into a rage.
Nice.
Okay.
I believe this means that I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and when I make a melee weapon attack using strength, I gain a +2 to the damage.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you guys. That's my turn.
Ira.
I'm punching.
Let's go.
Nice.
That one doesn't hit, so I'm trying again with my bonus action. Nope.
My gosh.
It does not hit.
Mm-mm.
Anything else you like to do?
I can't do nothing else.
No.
Come on, Twilight.
Come on,
Nat
Twilight.
20. Nat 20.
Oh my god! Thank God!
There we go.
Vicious mockery.
Finally, some good soup.
But soap.
Vicious mockery, and she goes, "Wow, you're not even like so light that you could like fill up a stage. That's not called stage presence. That's called stage unpresence. She's really bad at mocking people. She doesn't like it. It makes her feel bad for hurting other people. But the good news is it at least gave enough of a damage for that will-o'-the-wisp to die.
Okay. Love.
And
I love when the underdog gets the final blow.
Let's go.
the will-o'-the-wisps are all dead, and she's like, oh my god, that was my first combat ever. That was so much fun.
Your first ever?
Yeah, I don't really do this stuff a lot.
We're proud of you. But you never answered our question as to why it was you were following the wisps as opposed to the compass.
I don't know, magical things. I just thought, like, magical guides. It could be leading us the right way. Why wouldn't I want to follow fancy floating lights?
Because we're in underground catacombs where things could kill us, and you gave us a whole speech at the beginning of this thing where it's like, well, it could be real dangerous if you want to turn back now, and then you immediately did trust the first thing, Matt, that you were like, ooh, magical. I'm not saying this as like an insult. I'm saying it as a valid criticism in order to keep us what the kids call alive.
What do you want from me? I only have a 9 wisdom.
All right, guys, listen.
You don't need 9. You don't need higher than 9 wisdom.
Guys, it doesn't
I
matter.
say it's more intelligence, but
We're alive. That's
We're
all
alive.
that matters. At this point, all we can do is just
All right. Just follow the compass.
follow the compass.
Pulls out the compass, and you turn around and start to retrace your steps. And you end up going down a couple other tunnels, and the compass is definitely leading you towards the right direction until you come to a crossroads of 3 different tunnels, each bathed in different light with different bouquets and symbols.
Have somebody get a bouquet down here.
The compass starts spinning around and around as if not able to tell which direction to go. The path splits into 3. 1, with a bouquet of bluebells and orchids, with a blue hue of light coming from down its corridor. The second is of hemlock and baby's breath, leading to a amber light at the end of its corridor, and last is sunflowers and morning glories, leading to a violet light at the end of its corridor. And there's an inscription faded above, written into the stone. Where sun wakes knowledge and morning breathes, the wise shall pass and blood deceives.
Would you mind putting that in the chat, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you. For sun wakes knowledge and morning breathes, the wise shall pass and the blood deceives. That's probably the one with the
Purple.
Or the morning breath, yeah? Purple.
You made the correct decision. You go towards there, which is leading you to the library. Congratulations. Are you guys happier? Y'all didn't like my earlier riddles. That one was easy. Huh.
yeah, I was able to figure that one out.
It was great.
You did it.
Understand the question.
Love.
So, you guys continue to walk along, and you're following the compass. When suddenly, you get to one more crossroads. Towards the end, you can hear the faintest wisps of air, and also a man going, no, I think this is good over here. If we can like figure out if maybe this cell would hold better, and then in the other direction, you're hearing the faintest of hints of music play. More importantly, you're hearing words like, he shall rise. Which direction are you going in?
Wow, does that fella sound like your buddy Brick?
I actually have never met Brick before.
Hmm.
So, I guess. But on the flip side, the music could also be Brick. Like, if he's just like chilling.
Is Brick shall rise? Is Brick is he gonna rise? Cause that does sound like a little cultish.
I'm just gonna turn down the one way and just shout, Brick!
You're too far down for him to hear you.
You said him.
I'm just gonna shout it louder.
Oh, maybe the
Because if we could hear him, he should be able to hear us if we try hard enough.
maybe the compass will tell us which way to go.
Yeah, let's look at that thing. See what it do.
Hestia is gonna equip her shield out of.
It does start to
Also,
It does what?
it does start to spin, and then the pointer starts pointing in the direction of the music. Well, the compass hasn't led us astray yet. I mean, I was just thinking about, what we wanted to do with the chest and who we were trying to find.
can I borrow that compass?
Sure.
I was gonna say maybe one of us should try holding it, because I don't know that I trust that music.
Yeah, Garen's gonna grab the compass and focus on let's get this to Brick. Let's get this done. Let's get it safe. Let's get her done. Let's get her dusted. And where does that compass point me?
Points towards the music.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Does any of you have one of them unseen servants?
Unseen servants? No.
Well, it's like a little magical buddy, but you can't really see them too good. So unless you put like a tablecloth over them, you don't really know that they're there. But you make them out of magic, and then
No, but we do have a cloak of invisibility, do we not?
I do have a cloak of invisibility. How far is it down this corridor where the voices is?
40 paces.
40 paces. I'm gonna pop that sumbitch on, and I am gonna check down the hallway without the music and see who I see down there.
Okay.
Just real quick nip.
I'm gonna just tell you. So you get to the end of this hallway, and there does seem to be some holding cells of an old prison or dungeon-like system. And then you do see a couple of people down there in some robes, kind of chilling, singing some songs, and they're kind of just almost waiting for somebody or something. There also seems to be a pool of water, very dark water, and one of them has a little fishing net, and they're kind of fishing for things in the water.
And this is they're seeing. So this is the non-music hallway, right?
What?
This is the non-music hallway, yeah.
The music hallway.
I'd asked about the non-music hallway.
Never mind. You go back and you go down the non-music hallway. And there is a gruff man kind of standing there outside of a cell with his fist going into his hand. And you can't tell yet if it is a punching mechanism or if it's a nervous kind of hand wrapping.
Is this guy Stone Genasi though?
It is too dark where you are to be able to make it out.
Even with my dark vision.
Oh, you have dark vision. Yeah, okay. He's a Stone Genasi. Congratulations.
Okay. I'm gonna head back without interacting with him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna halfway down go like, alright. So Genasi guy is down there. However, the compass does indicate the other way, and so I'm a little confused as to what that indicates.
We may have to split up.
Split up.
Why would the
Not
compass
that.
And
Why
then
would the
you just
compass
hear From the chest. Yes, split up. Nobody will die that way.
I'm just kicking the chest again.
I'm also gonna kick the chest because fuck you.
I'm
But
gonna
I also
open-
start singing the lullaby
I'm
because
opening the
obviously
chest,
she is
like-
reawakening.
Yeah, opening the chest, her jaw open, and goes.
Go to sleep. Go
Fuckers.
to sleep.
I'm grabbing her by the head and jaw and like shaking it till I get it all down.
Go to sleep, ugly.
It's not your fucking song that's making me tired, you little.
Ira, you did it. She fell asleep.
Fell asleep. All you know.
Wow, I'm so good at this.
So
Stop, you
what we're
need
doing?
to do that.
It's a gift, I guess.
She's a real talented one. She can go all the way.
Yeah, maybe you should get some singing lessons from her, Twyla.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would love that. I will become your greatest disciple.
I thought you were Minerva's greatest disciple.
Well, I could Minerva's acting and she could be singing. I have to be a musical theater triple threat.
Okay.
Well, as long as we're doing this dance, can we please figure out which hallway we're doing it down?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as you all are contemplating in the middle of this hallway where it literally 40 paces down one way is brick and 40 paces down the other way is music, they can also hear you.
Oh, great.
So he would have been able to hear me call his name that bitch.
yeah.
So
The
good here.
also, the music doesn't cover the noise of.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I'd also roll stealth to be all stealthy about this.
Yeah. I'd also like to do that.
Okay.
Oh man. Me with my -1 perception. Oh, okay, 14.
Stealth.
What?
14 stealth.
And 14 perception.
And then wait, Garen, what did you say?
14 stealth.
That was an 8 perception for me. I also want to roll stealth, which is a 19.
Fuck it, I'll roll stealth.
I rolled a nat 20 on perception.
10. Oh my god, Slay.
Clock it.
Okay.
So many rolls. More rolls than a bakery.
Realize the music has stopped, but you haven't heard or seen anything come down that pathway, and you are all really stealthy right now. What are you gonna do?
So all we have to do for Brick is just give him the chest, right? Is that the plan?
I believe so.
So what if we... I wonder what would happen if we just left the chest there in the hallway with him without being seen. And then just followed the music.
I feel like I at least need to make sure that like he sees us, so that way it's not just like, you know, you see something, say something. Like we can't just leave an undead chest.
Okay.
I think we should clear out these cultists.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
What? We should clear out whatever this music going down. I think it's going to be a threat around there. Then, because I definitely didn't see cultists. I didn't go down that hallway. A different version of me in a parallel universe did. And so I don't know what's going on down
You know
there.
what?
But there ain't no music going on.
You know what?
So
If I roll more than 15, if I roll more than 12, you got to go down both hallways.
I'm screaming.
okay. Not one.
Not 20.
Let's go with me.
Both hallways.
I perceive that shit so good.
Okay, so you saw both hallways, and I didn't just mess up as a DM.
Amazing. Amazing. The rolls have alleviated you of your guilt.
I know.
So,
Maybe we should take out the cultists, you know, just get a clean sweep. And that way, when we hand this thing over to Brick, there ain't nobody going to immediately threaten to rip the stones off his skin and feed it to him.
Yeah. I'm down. Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Let's use this mechanism that may be an anxiety thing.
Okay, so you guys
Those are
go
places.
to the cultists?
Yeah, but real stealthy so they don't know we're coming.
Okay. So does
Then I'll
anybody
go-
here have sneak attack?
I don't believe so. Isn't
I
that
know
a
you are rogue, so I don't believe so.
Yeah.
So you're really stealthy.
You can give us a round, like, we can still surprise attack, though.
That's what I meant. Surprise attack. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm still new to this, so sometimes I don't know.
No worries, no worries.
Okay. So you get to the opening, and you see them no longer playing music, but now they are starting to count the things that they have fished from the black water, which happen to be leeches. And they're almost taking the leeches and putting them into giant containers, almost looking like terraniums.
Do any of them have their hands like in the water?
No.
Okay.
And Twyla goes, I know them. I've seen them before.
Oh.
They are members of the Travatori del Dormenti. The Sleepwalkers troupe. They're the acting troupe that tried to poison us all.
Oh, so we really gotta fuck them up.
Yeah, let's look them up. Bless.
Peter kid.
I see you.
Twyla, you're gonna blow our cover.
Can't help it. The musky hallways make me want to sneeze so bad.
And just plug your nose.
I squeeze her nose. I squeeze her nose.
Ow, 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 no, I got a nose job 2 years ago. You can't do that.
I grab, I put my fan over her face, like, what the hell happened to being stealthy?
I didn't roll a stealth check.
And I am going to just immediately, without fail, just turn and launch a fucking crossbow bolt into the back of one of these cultists' heads.
Okay. Let's call him Cultist 4.
Okay.
Give me a roll for damage.
Yep.
Roll to hit.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Slay.
And I'm gonna hunter's mark this person as well. So they're gonna have that, and so that's gonna be 7 plus that. So 11 plus. So 12. And then I don't think the surprise attack counts because we're not in a combat yet.
No.
Is just going to be 12. That's going to be 12 piercing.
Nice.
Well, you just delivered a kill shot.
Oh, great.
That arrow went right through the back of their skull and out through the front of their face.
Nice.
They're holding 2 leeches in either one of their hands, and they just go, and then they fall back, and the leeches fall into their cheeks, and they're starting to draw the blood from their,
Oh my god.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Yay. Wow.
Twyla is 15.
Dirty 20.
I got a 4 for initiative. And reminder that I'm wearing my shield, so my armor class is now 17.
16 for my initiative.
What did you get, Ira?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So the order will now be Ira, Garn.
I keep spelling it like it's pronounced. It's spelled Garn. It's pronounced Garn.
Ira, Garn, Twyla, Hestia.
Nice.
And now you only have 3 cultists left.
Amazing.
Thank God.
So
because
I forgot that I had elemental strikes activated. Not that would have changed too much, but
Gabby, correct me if I'm wrong. Since you guys initiated the attack sequence, they get to attack.
Well, because we were stealthing and we surprised them with it, then we get a round of surprise attacks before they get to then participate in the.
Amazing.
So essentially, we'll get to like take our turns, and then it'll loop back to our turns, and then they get thrown into the initiative order.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Essentially.
Then Ira.
I'm punching them. Hopefully, so hard.
Punch.
Punch.
All right, that is math 13 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, amazing. And that is 6 lightning damage.
Nice.
Okay.
And as I punch, my fist is like crackling with this lightning energy, makes impact, and they fly back 10 feet.
Nice.
Oh, to the yeah.
Oh God! Wait. Now they're in the pool of leeches. So
Good.
I have to decide whether or not they are now covered in leeches.
I would also like to go up and attack a different one
Sure.
for my bonus action.
Sure.
Not flurry of blows, just regular unarmed strike. And that's a 22 to hit.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
And 8 points of damage on that one.
Nice.
Okay. Cultist 2 and Cultist 3 are really doing bad. Cultist 2 is covered in leeches, bleeding, and very charred. And Cultist 3 is basically on the ground, deep breathing, does not know how to stand back up.
Oh, sorry, I misread the thing. They have to make a strength saving throw to determine if they actually get pushed or not. My bad.
Oh.
But the DC is 12 on that.
No, it hits.
Yay!
Okay.
But same thing for the other one. The second one I hit.
Oh, I have to do another.
Because it was still an unarmed strike.
It hits.
Okay, so they also get pushed back 10 feet.
Beautiful. Aaron, you already went.
No, so I did part of my turn. I didn't do all of it.
Okay.
So I did. So I have Dread Ambusher, so I did my first of my 2 attack actions. So I'm gonna shoot the one that hasn't gotten touched yet. That's, I want to say, number 1, Cultist 1.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him as well.
Okay.
Since I already used my bonus action to switch Hunter's Mark, he's not gonna have that advantage, but he will get Longbow. So that is gonna be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Wonderful. That is gonna be 5 piercing. And then I'm going to do actually I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be it for right now because I'm not doing the 2-weapon, I'm just with the bow. So yeah, that'll be my turn.
Wyla's up next. She's going to go after C3 for 17 to hit. That hits.
Nice.
She's going to do Vicious Mockery.
Yay!
Yeah, you fucking roast him, Twyla.
Yeah, really.
Got
You got this, bud. Proud of you.
Make
Talk about his mom.
good.
Talk about his mom again. That gets him.
Yeah.
Girl,
Talk about people get a relationship with their family.
color. That's all she's going to say. Red is not your color.
What did she say?
Girls, red is so not your color.
That's funny.
Damn.
But
Cassia will clap. Tell him.
the thing is that she went after Cultist 3, who only had 1 hit point left, so dead.
Nice.
Yay!
It's like he just goes, "It was maroon."
Yeah.
Hester.
Okay, who is still alive?
1 and 2, right?
2 and Cultist 1.
Okay, which one is doing worse?
Cultist 2.
Okay. I would like to hit Cultist 2. I'm gonna hit him. I will do my great axe again. Yeah. 22 to hit.
Perfect.
And 3 points of slashing damage.
He's dead.
Yay! Love.
This poor theater troupe is gonna have auditions. Goddamn.
I'm crying.
You're gonna try to poison people.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck.
Do you get any bonus actions or anything else you want to do?
You know what? Fuck it. I have something called Warrior of the Gods where I can spend a dice to get some health points back.
Nice.
So
Okay.
Okay, I have a pool of D4 that I can spend to heal myself. You can expend the dice from the pool by rolling and regaining the equal to the roll's total. I rolled a 23. Do I get 23 health points back? That sounds a little crazy.
Fuck yeah.
Do it.
Sounds like how that works to me.
Okay.
I don't know enough about it to dispute it.
Fucking
Yep.
sick.
Fine.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because this cultist is going to go after Hestia. But
Okay.
they hit. So,
Yeah.
end of their turn. Fuck
Dude
that.
sucks.
Okay.
Oh, this guy stinks.
Were they within 5 feet of me?
Currently in 5 feet of you.
Yes. Sentinel.
What does that mean again?
So if they're within 5 feet of me and they try to attack someone who is not me, I get to use my attack of opportunity on them.
Okay. Go.
That was a 12 to hit,
That hits.
Damn.
and that's 9 lightning damage.
Okay, they're dead.
Yay.
Bunch of dead bodies, and Twyla's like, oh my god, that was another. I'm not happy that we killed people, but that was so thrilling. I see why you guys do this shit.
Darling, I don't do it for death. I do it for life.
However,
Mm.
You get me.
the air around you gets really fucking cold.
Mm.
I take my vest off. I'm like, this is what I trained for. Let's go. I'm hyped.
And little tendrils of white starts coming off of each of the dead bodies
Oh dear.
and starts
Ready
to
to punch.
collect as you almost hear wind blow through the tunnel. But that wind is high-pitched and screechy as it turns into a banshee.
Oh dear.
All of you are the
Oh no, she's pretty.
Oh, she is pretty.
all you seek is death, and for that you must be smited as well.
That's
Darling, I smite and I smite not. You don't find out till you ask.
Do we need to
God damn it.
I have foretold of Laldir's of cult coming, and they killed me for not joining. And now I watch as you all bring more blood and let it soak into the stones of our ancient city.
Ooh, Mama, if anything, we were avenging you. You're welcome.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, we're mighty sorry for getting the blood on
still
your cobblestone.
blood on my
Try and clean it out. My mama always told me to use vinegar.
We could try that.
No. It's too late.
I mean, all right, if you're kind of set.
We're gonna roll
We're
for
not taking apologies. So.
Yeah, guys, listen, guys. If she wants to fight,
All right, yeah, sure. We're re-rolling
Okay,
this.
we'll bring the smoke.
We're re-rolling for initiative.
All right,
okay, 13.
that is a natural 20.
Nice.
which comes out to a 27.
Hell yeah! You have a +7 to initiative?
I have a +4 to initiative, and then I have a Gloomstalker feat that allows me to add a bonus to my initiative rolls equal to my wisdom modifier.
Oh my god!
God damn.
Fucking stacked.
Gloomstalkers
I have
are
a +6 initiative, but I rolled a 3, so 9.
I have like a +1.
Wait, no, I don't. What does Twyla have? I should look at that. What? Oh, +0. Great.
Dear Lord.
Twyla's not here to help. Twyla's just here to hear. Twyla got a 2. Garn's a 27. Iris a 9. So it'll go Garn, Hestia, Ira, Twyla. Kind of like our first combat.
Beautiful. Okay.
You shall pay for the death you have caused on my grounds.
I mean, again, we're pretty sorry about it, but you don't seem too interested in hearing those apologies.
And he lets out a wail. And it's a screech that hurts all of your ears. It does not do any damage.
Well, damn. All right.
Are we deafened?
If you insist.
Oh, just looking up the wrong one. Banshee releases a morphle wail provided that she is in sunlight. The wail has no effect on constructs and undead or other creatures within 30 feet that can hear her. Oh, I need you all to make a DC Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC what?
14.
18.
DC 13.
10.
Oh no.
Deal.
Wait. Oh, other creatures within 30 that can hear her must take a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, a creature drops to 0 hit points.
Yeah, banshees are crazy.
A creature takes 10 psychic damage.
Yeah, so I'm down.
Oh my god.
Wait. I thought it was my turn.
It doesn't.
I mean, it should matter.
So that was just a pre-wail.
Okay. That was
Okay, so I'm not making death saving throws.
Not yet.
okay. Cool. So
She's just doing a warning right now. She hasn't actually done her actual.
Okay.
all right. Well, bonus action, transfer Hunter's Mark. Then I'm going to short sorter.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Way.
Roll for you, is it not?
So, I mean, I have it in my little dice tray here, and I will show the camera.
Oh my god, no, I believe you. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I know. I'm impressed too.
Love this for you.
So, how do you roll natural 20 damage die? Do I roll the damage and double it, or do I roll it twice?
Roll damage and double what you roll.
Got you. Is that including any other modifiers, or just like the base damage? Like,
Base damage modifiers get added after.
got it. Okay. So, let's hit that down then. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to answer for you, Jay. I just...
Oh, thank you.
All good. So that is 10 piercing double to 20 plus Hunter's Mark is 26 plus my 2d6 from surprise attack. 36.
But did you even roll to hit?
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck me. Fuck.
So that's that's 36 of my first hit.
No. No.
So 36 is my first hit, and because I have weapon mastery on my short sword, that means that the next attack, that I hit a creature with this weapon, and deal damage to the creature. You have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your turn. So we're gonna go ahead and roll that again because again, mind you, as a Gloomstalker, I get to add a second normal attack action to my main attack. So we're gonna go again for a short sword. At advantage, that is gonna be what are we adding to this? Another 6. So that is gonna be 18 to hit.
18 to hit? That does not hit.
Okay.
No, it does hit. It does hit. It does hit. Fuck.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Looking at the wrong sheet.
You're all good. So we are gonna go for another of those. All right, that's gonna be 5, and then we're gonna add. What else are we adding to that, if anything? I don't believe anything else. Oh, the hunter's mark damage. So 5. All right, so that's gonna be another 6 piercing damage, and then we're gonna make my bonus attack because I have 2 weapon fighting
So that's 42 so far, if my math is
42.
correct.
so far. And again, because of weapon mastery, I'm gonna make this next attack at advantage. And so that is gonna be 26 to hit.
Yeah, that's
Christ. Great. So we're gonna go ahead and roll that dagger damage real quick. That is gonna be 6 piercing plus another 2 hunter's mark damage, so another 8. So how much is that?
50. 50
Yeah.
in total.
I'm level 4.
so the
Did you just let shot kill this bitch?
Did I one-shot kill the banshee?
She's not doing well, y'all. She's like on the floor going, "No, it's my blood that you have spilled on mine."
Hey, bud. It's okay. We can call it here. If you wanna, take a deep breath, reanalyze the situation, I'm more than accommodating for that. But you have to understand, if you continue this, you are gonna go down in the same thing.
Never.
I have no
This is-
problem doing so.
This is giving the one monologue from, I think, Misfits of Magic, where Brendan's character is just like, so you have 2 choices right now.
Yeah. It's
You
like,
can
look,
give up, or what do you want me to tell your family?
yeah, 100%. It's like, consider reevaluating. You have the next 6 seconds to do so, because if these guys don't finish you off, I sure as shit will. And that's my turn.
Hestia's turn. Okay. So I'm gonna use my mace again, but I am gonna activate a feat that I have. Once per turn when you, this is Savage Attacker. Once per turn when you hit a target with a weapon, you can roll the weapon's damage twice and use either roll against the target. So I basically roll damage with advantage, quote unquote.
Okay. Roll the hit.
That's a 16 to hit.
It hits.
Nice.
Oh my god! Okay. I'll roll the damage. I'm gonna roll twice because of the thing.
Mhm.
So 11 damage, and plus the, what was it, 2d6 for the magical weapon? Another extra 2, so that's like what, 11, 12?
13.
So 13 total damage.
Erupts into shreds of white and blue cloth and completely explodes on impact.
I did tell her. Hey, not finish
He
her
did
off.
try to warn
did.
her.
He
You
did.
really did.
We were super respectful about it and everything.
I'm gonna grab one of the pieces of fabric and tie it around my arm. Even though I didn't do anything, I just think it'll look cool.
No, it's nice. No, it gives you a little color. Well, not color, but it's a nice little contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twyla is on the floor, and for some reason, killing will-o'-the-wisps and cultists did not phase her, but for some reason, this has, and she's just like, she just exploded. There was no blood there. She just exploded.
Yes, this.
I'll
Is it because she was a woman?
put a hand on her shoulder.
Because I get it. Lady Deaths are always more upsetting to me, too.
I'll do my little there on her shoulder again.
We should go to.
I'm gonna like try and teach her some breathing exercises to calm her down. Be like, this is what the other monks taught me. We're gonna.
Hestia is low-key joining in, but doesn't want to make it obvious.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
Yeah, square breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4.
My mom always told me my chest was shaped like a square.
I get that.
Yeah. Should we head over to Brick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reel the chest back up that hallway towards the other end. Who would like to wheel the chest, and who would like to potentially carry Twyla? Because she can't move.
Why don't I stay back with Twyla and you guys go handle it, you guys?
You know what? Twyla looks up at you with these really pathetic, like puppy dog eyes, and just reaches up her arms to you.
You're kind of cute like this.
And asks you if you can carry her to Brick.
Is she asking you for uppies?
I know you weren't enthusiastic about meeting Brick. I can give her uppies.
Hestia kind of doesn't want to pass up the opportunity to carry a pretty girl. So
There.
I'll say, no, it's fine. I can handle it.
All right.
And no offense to Ira, but when Ira offered, Twyla turned and went, and then reached up and got fireman carried
Nice.
by Hestia.
Fire Genasi carried.
All working your way up the hallway towards Brick.
I'm on chest duty.
What?
And I'm on chest duty.
And I'm helping, and I'm just talking again. I'm like, were they trying to flirt with each other? Did I ruin it?
It did seem like a little bit of a flirt thing, but like kind of pathetic flirt.
Yeah, I was just trying to respect Hestia's boundaries with like meeting the other Genasi. I'm just trying my best.
No, of course, and I'm sure she appreciates the effort. She doesn't seem like somebody who has gotten a lot of effort in the past, and so any sign that you care is pretty darn good.
That's fair. Okay. Thanks.
Oh,
Of course.
you've arrived. You see,
I didn't expect him to sound like that.
Also, wasn't
British jump scare.
I'm not British. I'm just like I'm an overthinker. So I talk very proper just because I think a lot and I talk a lot and I'm an over. I don't really think, but I don't speak.
I'm pretty sure Brick canonically doesn't know how to read.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Rick canonically doesn't know how to read, just like the British.
Canonically doesn't know how to read, but if I remember correctly, he talked a shit ton.
Yeah, he did talk a lot.
You don't have to be a reader to be an overthinker.
This is true. I have a lot of dumb friends with anxiety.
I always read Brick as a person who was very anxious, who wanted purpose.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Hello, Mr. Brick. Can we do the exchange of the evil woman?
Yes, let's open it, and then if I can get some help with just like string her up, I just need to put her into this little cage over here.
Yeah, and if she wakes up again, I can sing to her. That seems to be really effective.
Yeah, and we also have the drink that goes along with the singing, and the singing does most of the work. Right?
I will take the drink, and if you want to pass along the melody, I will.
Okay.
Yeah. Excellent.
So who's helping to put this hag into a cage?
I'm definitely helping.
Yeah, I think we can both help.
My hands are
Twyla is being,
cradled to sleep. Even though Hestia is actually the one hiding in the crook of her neck.
Yeah.
Is everything okay with you?
Yeah.
They're fine. They're fine.
Cyril.
They're fine.
Okay.
They're flirting with each other. It got weird when I asked about it last time.
Oh,
Strange, but like, I'm not gonna look too much into it.
Yeah.
Hey, stop.
so y'all put Brunthilda, which is the name of the hag, into the birdcage. And then Brick turns to all of you and says, okay, so either you all can return to the Sea Glass Diamond for your reward, or you can stay and interrogate the hag for insight into Leldir's rise, and I'll pay you 25 additional gold pieces and also a scroll of Dispel Magic.
Hestia drops Twyla.
Can I make an acrobatics check to see if I can catch one?
I also want to make the acrobatics check to see if I can catch her. Uh, 24.
Oh, fuck. All right, goddamn.
Okay, you catch her.
I rolled an 18 and I have +6 for
Yeah,
acrobatics.
no. Gar makes like a half-ass attempt, like, oh, you got it.
Any opportunity to intimidate somebody, Hestia is like on it. So she'll literally like pull out her mace and kind of just like tap it back.
Garn does put a hand on her shoulders, like, darling, I love the enthusiasm. I do just want to point out that you did put that woman in danger in order to be enthusiastic. And again, I love the effort. I think it's wonderful. Just be careful. All right?
You're right. I'm sorry, Twyla. It was an impulse. I didn't mean to drop you. I just excited.
It's all right. That enthusiasm is gorgeous. I love it.
You can drop my body all you want as long as you don't drop my heart.
Oh, Hestia will blush.
And I was already kind of trying to place Twyla back on the ground, but now I'm like quick enough. I'm like,
Hestia will blush.
Go. Over there.
I feel like when Hestia blushes,
I'm back like by Garen and Brick. I'm like,
I feel like Hestia's blush color is blue for some reason. I don't know why.
Gosh. Yeah,
So
because like you're
so
over
you-
yeah, I mean, that
Yeah,
is
makes sense.
canonically one of the hottest colors for fire. So.
canonically in the canon of fire.
You just see little blues, and she'll be
Biblically.
like, maybe I could treat.
That's how Twyla wants to know her.
Maybe I could treat you to a nice meal when we get back to Aramend.
I would like that since you.
Amazing.
We're still in Aramend, not to ruin what you just said, but we haven't left the city.
Hestia kind of goes like.
All right.
And Twyla just
I
goes,
just think technicalities are important.
Fine. Sorry, I'm a little not focused right now. I got a few things on my
You're
mind.
distracted.
Twyla
We
goes,
can talk about it later if you want. My cousin Grit, did you get her card yet?
I stole it from you when you weren't looking.
Hey, but that's proactive, and I like that.
Thank you. All right, but I would like to be proactive in talking to this banshee.
Mm-hmm.
Likely.
Yeah. I mean, it's a headache,
it's a
but
banshee, it's a hag.
Right. Sorry again.
it's okay. You're doing great.
Wait, so they get to call you on a technicality and nothing happens? I do it and I get threatened to be beat up?
She'll do it again.
Listen. Let's settle. Either of you can for a piece of jerky.
Who is staying to help interrogate, and who is going with Twyla back to the Sea Glass Diamond?
I help interrogate.
I'm interrogating. Twyla can lie on the floor.
Crazy.
Ira, what do you want to do?
I also want to interrogate you.
Oh,
Just because it seems like a silly, goofy time.
My God.
So delightful.
Unfortunately, the hag is still under the sleeping spell since you literally only gave it to her like 30 minutes ago. So
You mean my singing? I sang to her 30 minutes
y'all
ago.
are going to
Right, exactly. That's a technicality that could be
Rick
corrected.
turns to all of you and goes,
Yeah.
"Okay, if there's
What?
nothing else, is there anything else y'all want to do? And if not, then we can take a nice rest before we do the interrogation."
I mean, Ira, I guess I'm sorry for like freaking out on you. I'm just like not really good at like controlling that. So you've been like a really good friend to me, so I just like want to apologize. I'm sorry, I guess.
It's okay. I didn't really grow up with like anyone my age kind of around, so navigating those social interactions can be hard for me, so I'm sorry too.
No, it's okay. It really sucks, you know. But like thank you guys. You guys have been like cool, I guess. Or whatever.
Right. I did grow up with 17 cousins at varying ages of around mine or older or younger, so I'm pretty used to navigating disputes.
And Twyla's
That's why you're the brains of the operation.
Twyla's just still making goo eyes at Hestia.
She is.
Aw.
Well, darling, why don't you rest your kepi?
Shall we all take a long rest?
A long rest.
Short rests would be more applicable in this scenario, I think. That's just because a long rest is 8 hours and a short rest is 1.
Well, this is actually where the story
Yeah, I
ends.
think they mean to wrap up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, let's take a rest.
Yeah.
I'm like, we could, if there's anything else you want to do in this tunnel and in this little tunnel system, sure, but this is where I have today's one-shot ending. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start asking Brick about the ethics of me putting the hag in the bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
That's crazy.
I think when we need to
You
move,
will die that way. They don't have breath in there.
I think when we need to move her to the Bluethorns mansion, we can maybe take a nice long, like rod, like a hollow, like reed, almost like a straw, and put her into the bag of holding. But like let her use the like she's having a snorkel. We could do-
That's
Like
how I
snorkeling.
broke into a corn baron's estate once. I had to get through I had to get through the marsh, and so what I did is I stripped down to my nethers, and then I tossed myself on the other side, and then I came back another time, and then when I was in the nethers, I would take the reed and I would go, and then I would get there, and then what I did was I came up from under the moat, and there was a guardsman, and he was standing there with his halberd like, and I took him, and I said, "Hey, buddy," and he's like, and looked down, and I grabbed my leg, and I pulled him down to the water with me. And then I was like, look, you can either run away right now or I can drown you. And he was like, I'm more interested in defending the property of somebody who isn't really interested in me as a person. And so I did unfortunately kill him. And then I entered the corn baron stuff, and then I threatened him upon pain of death, which he did in fact incur.
The whole time that Garn was just giving that speech, Hestia was turning to Twyla and trying to mouth what he says, and like dramatically, and like just doing this basically, trying to make
And
her.
by the end of that, Hestia, looked dumb.
Excuse you,
I have eyes in the back of my head.
and I have a mace.
Congratulations.
You too.
And then
And Ira just grabs a pebble from the guy, like, and I have a rock.
nice.
Hestia will take your hand and pull you into pull Gurn into a hug.
I have years of trauma from a performance arts college.
What?
Give her a card.
Trauma.
Does she already have a card?
What?
I have years of trauma thanks to a performing arts college. I thought we were all just saying things that we carry around.
Oh, what? Oh,
Now I feel sad.
did you take Grit's card? I feel like you already took Grit's card. Have another one.
Yeah.
Your nose. That theater kids need therapy.
And this one actually says
I
psychiatrist
try and
at
tell
arms.
theater kids.
The first one says psychologist at law. This one says psychiatrist at arms.
Insane.
He beats the trauma out of you.
She beats the trauma out of somebody else.
Oh,
Yeah, whoever inflicted the trauma
property.
is the one who gets beat.
Hestia
Not the one who
steals.
gets beat.
Hestia steals that card as well.
Good. Yeah.
There are a few people at my alma mater I wish I had a psychiatrist in arms for.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well then, congratulations, y'all. A very successful one shot today. We have delivered a very helpful tool for the resistance, aka Ahag. And
That bitch.
we killed a bunch of cultists and some undead in the process.
Yippee!
Oh yeah.
And now Gabby has to figure out what she wants to do with this hag, because we'll see if she comes back up and come back up in the 4-episode arc.
I have so
Very
many
nice.
plans.
Oh my god, amazing. I'm so excited.
So does Marcy,
And
apparently.
for all of you listening, be prepared, because we're going to try to take at least one character from each of the one-shots, including one of my characters, and bring them into our story. So it's going to be like an Avengers Assemble like event for the final 4 episodes of the season.
Very nice.
Love.
So with that being said, I hope you all had a good time.
It did. It was so fun. I really enjoyed this.
And until next time, y'all, I hope you guys keep rolling some nat 20s, because life kind of sucking right now. So
Yeah.
may the
You
dice
seem so happy when I rolled that nat 20 against the Banshee.
may the dice gods be ever on your side. Thanks for watching Crit Starters.
Thank you. Bye.
Adios.